yet. So a lot of people are probably going to be like, where's the video? And I'm
Where's the
like,
video, Joe? Oh my
it
goodness.
says setting up. Just trust the process.
We've made that mistake before, Joe.
You never trust any process.
Don't trust the process. The process wants to hurt you, Joe.
Yeah.
It might just be me, to be fair.
Okay, so let's fix this. Okay, so face camera's working at least. Now, where is the GoPro? There it is. Boom. Now it looks like an arts and crafts stream.
Now it looks professional. Well, it looks like an arts and crafts stream.
Yeah, now if you're live, then I can pull up your window separately and then get that in the lower
Yep.
corner.
Hello, everybody who has just joined in. Welcome to me dealing with. I was gonna say emotional baggage. That's not too far off.
Oh no.
No, we're good. We're good. It's been 6 months. I can deal with this.
Okay.
So this, if you can see my screen, ooh, this box of things. This is like one of 6 boxes of embroidery threads and miscellaneous stuff my mum left behind. So I'm actually just going to be. I've bought myself like stuff to organise things in, and that's what we're doing at least for the first part of today until I decide I can't anymore. Which might be because of emotions, or it might be because of I'm just tired, which is possible. So, what are you doing today, Joe? I didn't ask.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem. You know what I found out today on Twitter is apparently today is our good friend I. Jevon's birthday. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna do some sketches for some concepts for birthday cards, and then I'm gonna try and actually take one of those sketches and turn it into like a construction paper and glue type thing, which I think could be cool. I've been wanting to do construction paper crafts for the last few weeks, but for some reason it kept being sold out everywhere. I guess supply chain
Really?
stuff. So I
Okay.
finally got some. Yeah,
You finally got to
I finally got
do what
construction
your
paper.
heart desires.
Although I'm
Okay.
realizing I don't know where the glue is now. That's.
I mean, glue is transitory.
Oh,
It's
wait.
fine.
I think it's in this box over here. Let me go get this.
Okay, I'm just making Joe's window a bit smaller so I can see what Joe is doing
I
without
even
like.
have a shoebox from the spring.
Okay. Oh, just saying, has resubscribed. Okay, so where is my what? Okay, so now my alerts window is completely gone.
Okay. Well, I found my glue.
Okay.
Hopefully it wasn't holding your alerts window together.
Uh, okay, so Streamlabs is having a moment. My ability to see things like resubs, etc., is gone.
That'll show up in
So,
your dashboard still, though, if you just need to have it for visual reference, even if you don't get the alert.
Uh,
You know what I'm talking
hey
about?
Ruby. And the thing is, I have it set up so I don't even know if my overlays are going to work. They look like they're working, but you know, we might not get overlays today, guys. So I'm very sorry. It worked for a minute, but it literally just disappeared.
Okay. Well,
Sorry.
while you sort that, I got... Oh,
Don't
wait.
think I can, but you talk.
Oh,
Joe.
no, I was going to acknowledge a tip that rolled in while I was asleep, but I realized it actually came in before 6 a.m. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania time, so it doesn't go on today's abacus.
Um,
And the person also said they wanted to remain anonymous, so I really shouldn't have even mentioned it.
That helps.
Okay. But yeah, so Cleo, I went to the actual real art store.
Uh-huh.
Because I had to get Christmas gifts anyway.
Right.
So I picked up Badger some watercolor pencils and a nice watercolor notebook. And while I was there for myself, I also picked up some ellipse tracing stencils, some circle stencils, and a French curve set. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. Ooh, it's actually like 3 separate pouches
Okay.
of French curves, which are hard to see over all the other stuff here. But like, you know, so if I wanted to like make that Lotad curve a little bit better, I could have used that French curve on it. done it with more confidence.
You could have done, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
So, and I've got these at 3 different scales, basically, here in this set. So I'm excited about that. Of course, making like a Jevin birthday card. I'm not sure what would be round on it, because I was like, oh, Jevin's a square slime. Like,
Okay.
but I've
I
got
think
these.
I got it sorted, but it's all messed up. But yeah, okay. Sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no
I
problem.
did,
But yeah, so
it's
while
fine.
you were unpacking your emotional problems and service problems, I'll go ahead and unpack my stencils.
Right. It should be telling that there are boxes within this one box that I've chosen to do stuff with. So I now have these two from the big craft box. I now have 2 smaller craft boxes to work with.
Ooh.
These I remember my mum having when I was going off to university.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 23 years old so far. So
That was just the other day, Cleo.
Yeah, in my dreams, I wish. But I don't even know where to start, to be honest. It's so much stuff. Oh, this looks like the special box of threads. So I need to get a smaller box to sort this stuff into, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
For people who want to see more of what I worked on last time we had a session, here's my
Kitty, no.
Rowlet ornament and my Meryl with candy cane.
Special box of threats, not threats. I can make those as well, but
I don't like to think of them as threats. I like to think of them as motivated opportunities.
right. So I don't know if you can see this, chat. I think you probably can, at least a little bit. But this is special thread for like sewing on beards or fluffy things, because it's fluffy thread. I don't know what this is used for other than that. Kitty, you actually can't be up here. Don't stare at me like I. Come on, you. Nope. 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 There you go. You can go up there. You can watch from up there. Okay. Threats are just negative encouragement. So, yeah.
Well, that really depends on your attitude.
Joe treats all my threats as positive.
I see Cleo's threats as half full. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. This is fine. So, like, that's what this stuff is. And, you know, so if I was doing like a woman with like a fluffy stole, like from history, I could use this thread and the stole would be fluffy.
Ooh.
This feels like it would be a pain to use. Other people's craft stashes make you jealous. Oh, I hate to say it, that this craft stash is extensive. So Juniper Willows has resubscribed for 7 months. Welcome to the Horde. Well, welcome back to the Horde. Now, my mum did this a lot with like different threads. She made like her own little bobbins where she could wind things on. I'm going to be honest, if it's like that and there's like one strand of copper thread,
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to bin it, because like there's no use in keeping stuff that's like one thread of something. It just doesn't, I mean, this doesn't seem worthwhile. I mean, this one probably keep, because it's like DMC silver D283.
Mm-hmm.
They've got codes on them. She's actually written the codes.
Well, this way she has to reorder them. She knows which one they are. That makes a lot of sense. If you're in the middle of a project, you don't want to have mismatched thread.
This is true. This is true. I didn't expect, like, the thing is, I know that she's got thousands of these in the big box, like just at the bottom. I'm going to take a drink. So yeah, I've got a lot of these to go through. So I'm going to throw all these ones away, because they're just like half a thread. It reminds me of my mum. Yeah. And I got these little container things that go in a bigger one. So these can sort of fit in these, so I can just sort of stack them now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a sparkly one that looks awful to use. It's frayed and like, oh, that looks like it's going to be that's a nightmare. That's already a nightmare. I'm throwing that one away, because the only person who's going to use these is probably me, because I can't imagine someone buying like half full bobbins of stuff. You started rewatching all of season 7. Oh, I'm so sorry. Strabo has resubscribed.
I think
for 9 months.
Go rewatch season 4.
Season 4. Yeah, don't go rewatch season 5.
Here's why I've been saying that, Cleo, is because that was the last time that we didn't pre-select where our bases were going to be, based on the seed. And so if you want to see like how we wander around exploring and looking for bases and stuff, if we don't know where we're going, because I don't know whether or not other people are going to know the seed in advance, but I've just decided for myself that I refuse to learn. If I am told, I will lose it immediately. Not lose the numbers. I will like flip out at people. I will completely lose my temper. I've decided I'm not looking at the seed. I think most people have. I think in the Hermitcraft Discord they've just gone, no, we're good. Strabo says season AD. What is this? Go away ADs. I don't know what an AD is. Oh, Anno Domini. Yeah.
Well, technically, we're now CE. We're in the common era. And Megs the Musical gave out 2 gift subs. Thank you very much. So if we want to be pedantic,
I find that far too lazy. If you want your own calendar system, don't just rename the popes. Make your own. Like, it's still the same numbers that the Pope picked. Why are we pretending that the Catholic Church didn't have influence here? That's like just silly. Like,
I agree with you, but can I just point out? I'm going to bring this under. Yep. These threads are all metallic threads.
Oh, those I like the blue one.
That's really cool. I think that one's my favorite. Like this one, the electric blue one, the lighter one. But there's a rainbow one. Oh, I found my favorite one. Hang on a second. Rainbow sparkly threads. Why did we choose such a big project for a speed running season? I don't think we did. I think we chose. Did we succeed?
I mean, we got the outside of the castle done, for one thing. Okay, so here's one thing about it. This was our first season where we were both, like, didn't have day jobs, right?
Yeah.
And so we wanted to see kind of how we could push ourselves. 2,
what we could do.
I thought I was going to have more time because I didn't know that I was going to get sick and knocked out with COVID for a while. And I didn't know that how the quarantine stuff was going to go up. My kid kept getting sent home from school because of exposure to other kids who got sick, even though she didn't get sick those times. And so I thought I was going to have more time than I had. Like, not necessarily calendar time, but just more hours in the day between when the season started and ended.
I thought I was going to have more energy than I in fact did. I did not have a lot of energy this season. I mean, I understand why.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it.
No, but it's just one of those things. And
thank you.
Yeah, but I think we did really well for the limitations that we had. I think me and Joe did really, really well, and it was a big base, and it was us pushing ourselves, and we succeeded for the most part.
Yeah, I think it was a reasonable estimate of what we could get done in that amount of time, which was part of the goal. Like, I feel like I was off by maybe 14 days of quality effort. Like, if I hadn't gotten sick and my kid kept getting sent home. Oh, and there was also some custody arguments that were eating a lot of my time and energy. Like, yeah. But, like, for, what was it, about a 6 or 7 month season, to only misjudge by 10 to 14 days? That's a pretty good estimate for people who this is their first time doing a big joint project who didn't have other jobs for the first time. Like, I feel like that's reasonable. Oh, yeah. I also didn't expect to redo the main wall 3 times. 3 times? That might be low. I think I might have actually redone it like 5.
Look,
it turned out good at the end, though, Claire. You got to admit.
Yeah, I think our final product was really quite spectacular. I think we did, like, if not I'm not going to say it was the best thing on the server because it arguably wasn't, but it was one of the largest, I think possibly the second largest build. And it looked really impressive.
Yeah, well, and I mean, Element
So,
Animations chose of their own volition to open that sequence with it, which I think says something good about it.
yeah,
Uh,
about us. We did a good job, Joe. I
yeah,
think we should be proud of ourselves.
I am proud of ourselves.
Good. Stalk the Bear has resubscribed for an 8-month resub, and Shade Swift cheered 100 biddies. Did those actually go up to the ceiling? I've got a new hype ceiling, by the way.
Oh, a hype ceiling.
So,
Oh, Cleo, I've actually got my hype train whistle back.
woo! There we
So there
go.
you go. Okay, I need to pull up an iJevin skin in the name MC so that I can
Ooh, copper. I like the copper
see what to draw for his birthday card. So one of the things I like about this idea is it's something that if I have to get it done today because it's time sensitive. Okay, so the slime. So it's like. So I'm gonna do this with the graph paper first, just to get a rough idea of it, and then I'll do some freehand drawing, and then I'll do some construction paper cutting. Is kind of my current plan.
That works. That works. Okay, I'm going to bin that bobbin because, like, if there's not a huge amount on the bobbin, I'm going to bin them because, like, either it's me dealing with them or it's going to be somebody I pass it on to, you know? So no one needs to deal with that. Oh, I'm so glad.
So lots of folks in the chat are saying we did a great job at the castle. So thank you to Winnie T. Ford and Too Queer, Too Dear for the kind words. Everybody else as well. Notorious LSP.
I thought you were going to say everyone else can just go and do one.
Everyone else, go ahead and start writing yours now. You've got 8 minutes. Really checking.
Thank you, Snowmeat, for the biddies. It's appreciated.
I'm realizing I don't even know how many pixels wide the heads are. I should maybe open this in Photoshop.
Are they 16 wide?
I thought they were, but they might not be. They might be 12. Like, I've got my skin on here somewhere.
Right.
Oh, boy.
So that's all the shiny thread.
Or, you know what, I'll just download this one if I can.
I actually think... Do I need these? Do I need these? I don't think I do. I'm keeping them anyway. I don't know why she's got a French shiny thread. Your obsessive hoarding compulsion is being set off. I'm sorry.
Oh, people are saying it's 8 wide. Okay.
Like, I don't know if anybody can read French. I don't know what it says. Envers à soi, sa belge. I think.
Oh, that's too bourgeoisie for me.
But I don't know why she's got like French things. That's invisible thread.
Hey, we just got some tips rolling in. From Ozathothoth, for 26. So let's see, the first 19, that gets you an expansion. And then the next 7, boom, that gets us 13 away from the next expansion. And Ozathoth writes, hey Joe, haven't caught a stream in a while. Hope you're doing good. So thank you, Ozathoth. I am.
Okay. So I've got my first little 3 cups of all my shiny threads. And then I don't know what to do with this stuff.
Okay, so I'm just going to expand and go over here.
Yay, Joe's expanding.
And I'm going to turn the camera a little bit. Hopefully that's not catching the wall. And then we have another tip just rolling in from Sharf, who says, good morning noon, for 20. So let's see. The first 13 gets you an expansion and then puts us 7 past. So here we go. It's time to grow hills.
Also good for Christmas ornaments, which is what I remember my mum using it for. So.
Also, Cleo, I was thinking it'd be funny to wear one of these French curves, like a Flava Flav clock, at like conventions and stuff, so people can recognize me easier because it's like a chroma green French curve. I can't really do that on stream though because they won't show up.
No.
But
I'll do this thing so people recognize me, despite the fact that, you know.
Oh my gosh, I could wear these like crazy sunglasses. They can pinch the bridge of my nose right here.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
This sure is something.
It's definitely a thing that you have done, Joe.
This is one of the weirdest things it's sensational in that like I feel it in my nose and on
You
my.
feel it in your nose. You feel it in your toes,
Okay.
etc.
Yeah, so anyway, thank you again to Sharf, and also thought that puts us 13 away from the next expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/showhills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. Whew.
Okay, where was the other box? Oh, there it is.
You know, Cleo, I was thinking about this, and I think one of the reasons the castle got selected for the animation was the high contrast walls to roof. You could really show the change of the moon's color as it started burning. Like, because it kind of goes from white to red.
That's true. That is true. I've got beads. Like thousands and thousands of tiny beads
Oh, they're all the buzz.
in various colours that are falling out of their packet. Of course they are.
Is this thing cycling between Jevinskins? I only want to look at the one in particular.
Only want the ones. Oh,
Yeah, here we go.
oh, Ruby has donated 282 and said, donation. Thank you. Well, my mum's got like a bunch of dime bags, filled with random beads. I don't even know. And Remuko donated $5 saying, "Happy holidays. Hope you had a great day so far." I did. Oh, she's got like little moon charms here. Right. I mean, this box feels fairly organised. I just need to go through it though, I think, just to see what I've got. I don't think I need to remove this. Oh, she's
Okay. Hey, Cleo.
got even more sparkly threads.
Ooh, more sparkly threads.
I know.
Can you, at some point, I don't want to interrupt your mom's thing with this whole thing, but at some point this morning, though, if I don't remember to bring it up again, remind me. I want to talk about our final scene together on Hermitcraft, because that has apparently really resonated with a lot of people.
I know.
And
I
so,
wasn't expecting it to.
When we hit a lull here, I want to talk about it, but we're not at that lull, and
No.
I just do want to make sure. I'm sure the chat will remind us. This is more me saying to you to remind us so the chat remembers.
Okay. It was it was interesting. You can interrupt me whenever.
Oh no, this is fine. I'm also in the early planning stages here, and not in the free mental just executing the plan stage. So
I don't understand why my mum kept that. It says this is a beading needle. She kept a piece of it. It's not. There's nothing.
You know,
on
maybe she was waiting for to play a prank on like a nurse or something, and just put it on a syringe.
These are the smallest, tiny. I'm going to pull one of these out. This is going to be a mistake. I'm going to show you how small these beads are. These are the smallest beads I think I've ever seen in the world. There's my finger. Can you see that bead?
Give me 15 seconds. Oh wow, that is tiny.
They are like.
What is that for, like doilies or something?
I don't know what these are. I mean, these are obviously for a cross stitch because that's what she did.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
They're just so small. Okay, I need to look through colours because, colours.
Gargoyle Legator says, Joe, do you love that shade of green, or do you buy these things because of the green screen?
I think we all know the answer to that.
I mean, honestly, for some of these, this is just the colors they had. And I would have bought a French curve either way, because I wanted one for doing these drawing streams. But it doesn't hurt that I can hold it up and do dumb stuff with it. But yeah, certain things. Oh, like I bought these miniature holder kits at PAX. It's like a thing where you can mount a miniature on this, and then you hold the handle so that you don't have to touch the painted parts while you're moving it around. And I definitely got this in chroma green, as well as its stand here.
Yeah, Joe does buy things in chroma green just
purpose.
because of the stream. I don't think anyone's in doubt of that. So those Mill Hill packets are evil, are they?
I've got a whole roll of chroma green duct tape here too.
just in case you need to make anything chroma green.
Yeah, well, or in case like, um, yeah, well, or if somebody was like, Joe, is there any way to shut you up? I would probably say something like, well, if somebody tips $500, I could duct tape my mouth for 3 minutes. But like, but then.
Okay, that is organized. I don't know who would want anything in there,
Hey, thank you,
but
Ruby, for the 3. Who says, here's a donation, Joe Nation. So that puts us 10 away from the next face camera expansion. Thank you, Ruby.
right. So this next bit is going to be messy, because I'm going to pull out all the bobbins that my mum did over I think maybe 3 decades, and I'm going to try and sort them.
Oh, people are pointing out that apparently duct tape over mouth plus beard is a really bad idea. And other people are like, wow, Joe, that's really confident of you to ask for $500 for 3 minutes of silence. And it's like, for one thing, you don't know how valuable silence is when you're enduring my presence. For another, if you really don't want to do something, because, like, beard, don't ask for less than $500 to do it.
I mean, I think if somebody offered Joe $500 to wax his beard, he might go for it.
I probably would not, actually. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the beard, for now, anyway. Although, it is getting long enough that I'd have to trim it because it's starting to get uncomfortable with the masks. But no, it would not be a milestone, because
oh no, definitely not a milestone.
We're not saying we're working toward a $500 goal to put duct tape on. No.
No, that is not a thing that's happening. That's Joe going, I do not wish to do this.
No, I really don't want to do this. And so, like, if somebody asked to shut me up, that would be, like, probably the only way to accomplish it.
Okay. This is the special bit box.
Ooh, special bits.
Full of shiny bits. Let's be honest, it's special because it's shiny. And now I've got this, like, bigger A4 box, which has got these little cups and things that I want to organize everything in. I went and got them this morning because I knew I knew I needed to do something with this. So, Tool, resubscribed for 4 months. Hope you had a lovely holidays. I did. Now, I think at some point my mum actually organised these pieces of thread.
Oh, really?
Because they are close in number, but over the years I think it's kind of got shuffled. So I don't think this is actually going to be harder than I thought it was. However, if there are only like a tiny little bit of thread on it, I'm binning it. Because there's no point in keeping something like that with a huge amount of thread on it, I can see, but keeping that, I don't see the point. I don't see the point. So yeah. So make that, which is dark gold. Then what's that? Topaz. I'm sure there's a difference in colour, but I'm not sure what it is. So duct tape and waxing is more of a charity donation marathon kind of thing. Yeah, I know. I'm going to use my Garris cup to put loose pieces of thread in, because my mum used to do this. Oh, this was a bit that I was using that I haven't finished all of, so I'm going to just wind it around here so I can just use it when I need to. And I'm like, no, that's going to annoy me so much. So
okay. Somebody says, why is Cleo upside down? Oh, great question. It's because...
camera.
Yeah, so often she's working on things, and I flip them over so that it looks better. But yeah, I'll put it back to normal there if you like.
Sometimes I also flip things over. BPSC Cheney, subscribed! Welcome to the Hoard. If you look to your left and to your right, you'll see there are no exits. You got a $100 gift card for Christmas. Nice.
Hey, also, thank you very much, Remco, for tipping 10. That's going to put us at our next face camera expansion. So here we go. Expand. Joe. And then we also got a
Yes.
tip for about, let's say, 3 abacus beads. Y'all sending decimals gets confusing. From Nick, who says, here, have some pie. So thank you. And I guess we can take down the setting up thing now, because I'm actually relatively set up. Woo.
I know. It's sometimes it happens,
Yeah,
Joe.
I know, it's great. I could use this to
It's
brush
always
my
great when it
hair.
happens.
It doesn't actually brush, because it's a French curve, but...
Oh, I thought you were saying, oh, I haven't even brushed my hair.
No,
Oh.
it's funny, too, because what's behind it on camera is actually also green. So it looks like it's something transparent that lets you see... So you can actually see the true color of the French curve, because there's another French curve on the table that's the same color directly behind me.
Mhm.
Sorry, we're getting really weird here.
I mean,
Yeah.
just now.
Yeah, like, unlike normal. Like, this is weird. Okay, okay.
Good to know.
Yep.
Here's the
So,
thing. I know I've got a whole a whole bag of unbobbined stuff to get through at some point. So I
thank you for the 5.
apologize if I'm going through this very quickly.
Also, real quick, thank you for the 5 Shade Swift. That puts us 12 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay. So I'm realizing putting Jevin on a card for Jevin makes it seem like Jevin is saying happy birthday to himself.
I mean,
So,
the other option is you put yourself on a card to Jevin, which makes you look like an egotist.
yeah. And I couldn't
And
possibly look like an egotist. That
no,
would...
how would you cope, Joe? I mean,
I mean, that's such a challenge for my self-image.
yeah, you would never be so cruel.
No. Okay, so that's out. Wow. Okay, so we really don't have a lot of options here.
Joe taking down the sign, setting up sign. Isn't that one of the signs of the end times?
Okay. Looks
But
like
you're right. The moon
Jevin's...
already fell. It's fine.
Okay. So maybe I draw Jevin in like
Well,
an
that's not
excited
nasty.
pose though, and he's like getting a cake or something.
Oh yeah, excited Jevin would
Excited
be really
Jevin
cute.
with a cake. So yeah, let's go ahead and sketch that out real quick. So
What does excited Jevin look like?
we've got like we've got Jevin's head here. This is just a sketch, right? And then we
Hmm.
have arms up because he's got like his little arms or whatever.
He's got his little arms.
Well, no, the
Jevin
thing is
his little
he
arms.
only has a little bit of his arms exposed, like his hands, right?
Yeah, that
Um,
doesn't mean he's got little arms. It means he's got normal sized arms, but they're hidden.
yeah, but his arms
Jevin
are
doesn't want to see
concealed.
you to see his arms for reasons,
Yeah,
secret reasons.
yeah. So, and then we have him here with a cake, and then the cake could be, we
Your
could do a...
birthday cake was Jevin's Minecraft face. Aww, that's really cute.
Oh, I actually thought about doing a cake where it looks like Jevin's head is being sliced into, and there's cake layers inside as the image. It says
That's
happy
really
birthday.
cute. That's a really good idea. I like that.
But the knife cutting into his face almost feels threatening. Right? You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
he knows what he did. He knows.
Yeah.
I've decided I'm not taking off the little bits of thread anymore because it takes too much time. I just want to get these organized.
Ooh, somebody suggests put Jevin in a party hat. Okay, I like where you're going with that. That's
Jevin in a party hat, that works.
smart. Yeah, yeah. So we have him in a little jaunty party hat here, like little conical.
Oh, one arm Jev, they call it.
It looks like a wizard hat a little bit, but
All the best party hats do. You've just got to make it pink with yellow spots and it will look fine.
yeah, yeah. Have a little string running around there. Okay. But yeah, then we have like cake on the table here. Ooh. With some strawberries or whatever.
Some strawberries or whatever.
Yeah, and I guess we probably should have some candles on the cake too. That would be on fire.
Okay. Let's start putting these into the little pot because these are in order, or at least as much order as
Okay,
they
so I'm
can
gonna hold
be.
the sketch up so you can see what I'm talking about, Cleo, or everybody,
Uh-huh.
and they could say "Happy Birthday, Joe" or something.
Oh, that's actually really cute.
Yeah,
That's quite cute.
and so.
So,
Oh yeah, also Cleo, I've got my soon sign because people keep asking me when the season's gonna start, and I can hold this up
oh,
in front of my face here, and because it's chroma green, it.
I wasn't aware it was going to start soon.
Well, no, that's what we're allowed to say. Oh, maybe you weren't at
I
that
just said
meeting.
it will be back. I haven't even said that it'll be
Oh,
back soon.
yeah, because no, we had like a 90-minute discussion about what we were allowed to say about when people asked when the season would be back, and the word "soon" was the group consensus. I'm glad that was communicated to non-attending members.
Oh, I mm. Oh,
Okay,
oh,
so
that can go away.
let's see. So I think what I need to do now then is start
I'm
cutting out
doing a
some
bobbin.
construction
I'm
paper.
doing a bobbin for that.
You what?
It's just little tiny thread on. Is it even worth it?
Wait, is there a thread on that at all?
Like tiny bit at the very.
Oh wow.
My mum, I don't think she was necessarily a hoarder,
Uh huh.
but she didn't like to let things go
Uh-huh.
if she thought she might use them.
Okay.
Specifically, things like bills
Mm-hmm.
and thread. She thought she might use the thread. Obviously, she maybe overestimated herself because I'm not sure I could get through this thread in my lifetime, let alone hers.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I am okay to joke about things, guys. So
So.
if I do dark humor, it's a coping mechanism. It's fine. No, it was color matching future project. You say that, but I do remember her going through this stash quite a lot. She got a new pattern, and then she goes, let's have a look at all the threads that I've got and see which ones I need to buy new of. So
Uh-huh.
she did use them. So that's why they're all labeled with like DMC. This one is 957. So she was frugal, not a hoarder. She was a frugal hoarder. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's a case of it was a foible, but an understandable one.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, what was that?
Okay.
Oh, crikey!
Quirky.
Oh, thank you. K Mango tipped $50 saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. May the new year be filled with joy and good memories. Oh,
Yay.
yay.
Okay. So
I hope so as well.
So Cleo, I've got 10 colors of construction paper here. And so I
Okay.
need to figure out my kind of my palette, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for Jev's hoodie, I need to use white. I need to use
Yep.
green for his flesh. I need to use black for the threads on his hoodie and his trousers, right?
Right.
So I was going to use blue for his hat and the candles,
Mm-hmm.
red and yellow for the flames, brown for the table. So that
Yep.
leaves me, basically, for the background, I can do either pink, bright yellow, or purple, I think, are the colors that are left.
I
Or-
think based on those colours, you want something light.
Yeah.
What colour is the yellow? What shade of yellow is the yellow?
It is, like,
If it's pale yellow, I'd go for yellow. If it's not, I'd go for pink.
I'll hold that up there. It's like classic construction paper yellow, but you guys might have different dyes over there for all I know. So
Probably. What's the pink like? Is it bright pink or is it?
it's close to white. It's
Yeah, I'd go with the pink then,
Yeah.
because although you might argue that the jumper would look better on the purple.
mm-hmm.
So there are arguments to be made for all colours. I'd probably go with the purple myself.
Yeah, actually, because he wears white, having a high contrast, darker color background would probably look good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay.
Hey, look at us. We solved a problem.
I know, next problem. Oh, wait. Hey, thank you very much to Toxic Glitter for tipping 20. Let's see. So, first 12 gets you a face camera expansion, then that puts you 8 past. Toxic Glitter writes, I present to you Taiwan dollar 552. Out of courtesy, I've covered the conversion fee to US dollars to make sure you get at least 500 Taiwan dollars. Because he wants me to shut up, apparently. So thank you, Toxic Glitter, but that's not how this works. Either way, though, you do get your face camera expansion. So here we go. Grow hills. Do. Alrighty.
Oh, jeez.
What?
I'm like, okay, colours 640 to currently 957. This one is 3024. And I'm like, I maybe don't have enough room for 3024. 3045. Okay, this might get silly after a while.
Okay. So where did I leave my paper scissors? Oh no, did I move them to wrap gifts?
Possibly.
That is looking like a real possibility. Okay. Because I've got my paper cutting knife, but I don't know where my paper cutting board is at the moment.
I've got my paper knife. Organising DMC floss, yeah. 5 boxes from 1 to 38. I know she's got some anchor in here as well. So, it's just a case of... Okay. She's got a lot of spare black. The numbering scheme on DMC isn't consistent at all. Oh, God. Morning, NJ. How you doing? So, okay. This box, anything that's over 3,000 goes in here. I can deal with it later.
Hey, thank you very much to Kay for tipping 50, who says, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hopefully the new year will be filled with wonderful adventures for you and Corinne. Well, I hope so, too. That puts us, let's see, that gets you one expansion at $8, another at 28, another at 48. Then you got, looks like 2 left over here.
Keeping.
Putting us 18 away from the next expansion. So let's take care of all 3 of those now. First off, y'all have seen that money go straight to my head. But now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life are about to begin pulling me down to the deep below. Enter the joust. Boom, 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 boom. That puts us at 90% Jopasti. Numero dos. Expand joust. D. Lowering the Jopasti now to 80%. And then numero trace. Expand my face. Da. And then we're going to lower the Jopasti again to 70%. And like I said, that puts us now 18 away from the next face camera expansion. Thank you very much, Kay, for that. Okay.
That explains. The newer colours are in the 3000s. The older colours are 3 digits. That makes sense. See, I'm learning. Oh, he's learning.
Oh, she's learning, innit? Okay.
I'm learning, innit? Innit, bruv?
Innit? Okay. So I'm realizing I really need, if I'm going to measure stuff to be square, I either need to use something that's already square, like this guide. This is about the size I probably would want Jevin's head to be on this. So let's just use my safety maintenance.
We want Jevin's head to be
guide.
Smaller. It's fine,
Yeah, I'm just going to use the safety maintenance and warranty guide to get this to the right size and shape here. Oop. What? It's square.
It is. It is square indeed.
So part of being crafty, Cleo, is using what you got. Okay, look, we got a nice little Jevin square. So that'll be his head. We probably need room to write happy birthday as well. But okay. So the thing is, in Minecraft, your shoulders are actually pretty big.
I mean, comparatively, yes.
Comparatively, yeah. So I might not even be able to fit his whole body into this. I might just kind of cut, like...
Okay, he doesn't need a whole body.
Boy. This is maybe I made his head too large, but... Okay, wait. Where's the blue for that? If I was going to give him the birthday hat...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
You're gonna give him the birthday hat.
Next problem. You know what? Let's just get his body in, and then we'll kind of worry
One
about
problem at a time.
I haven't done any real work with construction paper in so long that this is gonna be an experience.
When is Jev's birthday? Jev's birthday's today, I believe you said.
Jev's birthday is literally today, according to Twitter. So we are doing this live, as the kids would say. I always think when I, like, oh, it's, you know, when I see it's a hermit's birthday, like, oh, I should do something cool. But I'm like, oh, but it's already their birthday. It's too
already
late.
their birthday. I can't literally go on today and say,
Yeah.
you know.
When will I have time to do something cool, you know? But with this, in this case,
Mango
yeah.
chocolate coffee. That's I don't, like, be aware that I don't like coffee, but that sounds horrible.
Okay, so we can then...
But if you enjoy it, Kay, go for it.
Cut 2 arms here. You know what? Maybe it'll protrude past the edges of the paper. Right?
Oh, like an extra dimension there, Joe.
Yeah, like...
Lattes are the best kind of coffee. Mm. The coffee that's not coffee is the best kind of coffee.
Okay. So I need to, in the very least, I need to get his little... hoodie threads together now.
Okay, I'm currently running out of space for this.
It looks like I'm wearing a purple shirt now. Well, you know, that's fine. Okay, so if I need to go 1/4 of that, I'm like, oh, I could actually get the compass out and divide things, but that's silly.
So I've split that up, so we've now got more in like this is a mess. This is a mess. I knew going into this was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to fix everything that went wrong today.
Not at all, Cleo. That's another person's problem.
No, it's
future
literally my problem. It's future me's problem. That's okay. Future me's a dick.
Okay.
I've decided that they are, so they are. That's how that works.
Oh, it kind of looks like he's got like a bow tie, or like an untied bow tie, like in a tux. Because I made these too thick.
I like it.
Yeah.
It looks really good, Joe.
Thank you. This is why we sketch things out in advance, though, so we can kind of get a rough idea of, like, how it's going to come out, and then, you know, you play with it as you go. And I'm really happy with how it's...
Today's goal is to say I've made an attempt. Yeah, pretty much. I started is today's goal. This is going to take me, I think, months of actual real me time. As opposed to fake me time. Fake me time is a lot like bullet time, to be honest.
Oh, have you seen that new Matrix movie yet?
I haven't. It's not really the sort of thing I mean, I liked the first one, and then it kind of got away from me, you know?
Yeah. Well, did you enjoy Steven Spielberg's Tiny Toon Adventures?
Yes.
Okay, well, so there's a lot of, like, Steven Spielberg kind of sticking it to Warner Brothers in that. And I would argue that Lana Wachowski's goal was to supersede Steven Spielberg as the person who spent the most of Warner Brothers' money making fun of Warner Brothers. I found the film very enjoyable, but I could understand why some people might not. But I had fun. And that's what's important to me when I'm evaluating if I had fun. Did I actually have fun? Yes. I'm
glad you had fun, but it's one of those things that is, I will watch it if it's on, you know? But I'm not, I mean, I liked the first movie, but, you know... And then I was in my 20s and it got a bit metaphysical.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the characters had blue glasses and I was really annoyed because I was like, he should have green glasses. And people are like, no. It's a metaphor for the other blue elements in the film. And I was like, but green glasses look cooler. And I have green glasses. And so, a lot of people on Twitter disagreed with me about that. And I'm like, no, I mean, I clearly have green glasses. I don't know what there is to fight about here.
Is that what there is to fight about, Joe? The fact that green glasses
are cool.
They are, Joe. You're cool, Joe.
Thank you, Cleo. Aww.
I mean, granted, I am a 41-year-old woman.
My Cleo says I'm cool.
Cool. It's the right demographic, though, Joe, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've ever been cool, you know. What are we making? Joe is making a birthday card for Jev, and I am sorting through the remnants of my mum's craft storage. So I'm trying to make things organized for me so I can use it, or I can gift it to someone who would like it. I actually want to try. I mean, my mum was a big cross stitcher, but I'm not. So I might look into doing some embroidery, because I did a bit of embroidery on the. Oh, they're over here. Huh. I'll bring them down. On my gingerbread men, I did like satin stitch and stuff on their faces, and I enjoyed that. I found that therapeutic, and it was something that, you know, didn't take hours to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I might use this to work on, you know, other embroidery stuff. But it's a case of, would anybody who is a crafter want this?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the answer is. And the answer might be yes. Or they might say no. I mean, yes, they would. Are you sure, John? As a job lot, probably yes. Okay, so the answer seems to be yes. I apologise for my ignorance.
Your ignorance is forgivable, Cleo.
It's just like the very yes, of course, yes. Well,
okay.
I would like it to go to somebody who could appreciate it more than I could. So, and I want somebody who would use it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if this is what it takes to get it to somebody who could use it, or who would want it, and who would make something beautiful with it. Because my mum made beautiful things.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming they haven't been mossed and are still usable. They're all still usable. They've been in a plastic box. They're old, but they are. I mean, my mum used them. My mum was still using them. They're at most. Oh God, when did she start really getting into it? They're most 15 years old at most. Cost of the new is frightening. Do your own patterns in cross stitching. Cross stitching is the Terraria of crafting. Yeah. But you know, it's one of those things. It's just sort of like, it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's for someone else. But you know, you claim that your yarn stash is insulation for that. I used to joke with my mother that her stash exceeded her lifespan, and it did. Oh, no. So she still has like 20 things that she wanted to stitch. She's still got all the patterns and everything. I mean, I've got like even her old patterns. This is one of her. Hang on, I'm now just pulling stuff out.
Okay, well, you
even her old patterns. This was one of her old patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember her doing this something like 10 years ago. So, this was something that she bought, and you can see that she photocopied the pattern,
mm-hmm.
and then so she didn't ruin this pattern. She didn't ruin this pattern. This pattern is still like valid, and usable. But you know, so I remember her making this. This thing was massive. This was at least like 1.5 meters tall.
Wow. That's wild.
I know. And she made like, this is the Queen of Hearts. She made like 4 of these different queen patterns.
Really?
And I've probably got, yeah.
Wow.
And she's just, oof. Yeah. So this is, the faded colors can also be desirable. Look at patterns for tartans, but this, you know, this could go to someone and be usable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only thing she's scribbled on is like, is this thing where she's just marked off if she's got the threads.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and these patterns that, they're like any of the string crafts. You like string art, which sounds like hypocrisy or vague, but you take pins and a board and tie strings. I mean, you don't have to like sewing crafts to like working with string. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got all those patterns, and I don't know what to do with those either. I mean, I could sell them as second hand, but like, again, I don't know enough about the community to know where to go and what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that makes sense. Also, thank you real quick to Abigail for tipping 5, who says, thanks for waking me up. The season was my first ever Hermitcraft season, and I'm glad it was. Happy New Year. And then they've got a emoji with like a accelerated confetti thing, then a cake, and then a knife. I'm assuming that's a cake knife and not a murder knife. But either way, that puts us 13 away from the next expansion. So thank you very much. And people are asking what I'm working on. I am making an iJevin kind of construction paper birthday card thing that I'm going to send. I'm probably not going to send it to him in real life because I have no idea how to ship something like this, and the post office is already having problems. But I will send him a photo of it via Twitter.
And he will go, oh, it's so nice.
Hopefully.
Because it is lovely.
Yeah.
In terms of monetary values, probably not that much, but you can make some needcraft. Very happy with it. Like I say, that's probably what it's going to end up being, to be honest. This is more for my own mental preparedness than for anybody else at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got like if I just pull out, hang on, we're going into the other bag to show you exactly what I've got to sort out.
Ooh.
This is like, there are like 20 of these cards. This is what my mum used to organise her things while she was doing the thread. So she's got all the numbers and that down on there, which I'm assuming a DMC instead of anchor. And then like putting them in the bobbin collection, which is what she used to do before she got sick. Oh yeah, that's a familiar sight. So I've got like 20 of these cards in just that one bag to organise and put in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and I hate these paper bobbins as well. I hate them. If I'm going to end, like I say, I think this is probably going to end up being a me thing. Like, when I get my own like crafting room and like you know, video, like I'm going to end up with, when I end up getting a house, I'm going to end up with an office, and that's going to be probably the biggest bedroom, and it's going to have like a crafting area, and it's going to have like YouTube setup and stuff. So it's just having these sort of hanging on the walls on like pegs or something would be nice. a nice kind of visual representation of stuff, even if it's just decoration.
Okay, I think these eyes need to be about the same size. I kind of just like estimated,
Yeah,
and it came out
my
looking a little
sister does not
goofier
craft. My sister does not do crafts,
than I was expecting.
which is why it came immediately to me. My sister appreciates the products of crafts, but she doesn't have the patience. Me and my mum are very similar, so you know, or were, I suppose. Yeah, so it all sort of came to me. Like, there's all the actual craft stuff that my dad could not yet get rid of. So like the big cross stitch stuff, my dad wasn't ready to get rid of. So he's still got that. So when he's ready, that will probably end up coming to me as well. So
The eyes are closer to the same size now, but they're not perfect. But honestly, it's construction paper crafting. It's not, gonna be
3D
perfect.
printing bobbins is an option. I do not have a 3D printer. It is an option for somebody else.
It's yeah. That's like when people are like, if your car breaks down, you can always take your horse into town. It's like, well, I don't have a stable. Like, I'm sure that some people have a stable on their property and have people to care for their horses, so that yes, when one of their many vehicles breaks down, they can always fall back on that. But that's not how I'm living.
Yeah. Maz, links do not work in my channel, so even if I gave you permission, it would not work. But I appreciate you asking. Send it to me on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's always just the best place to send links to anything.
Yeah, not wrong. Look into your business email. Maybe somebody has offered you a 3D printer. That would be nice. That would be nice.
Yeah. I really want to have a real workshop when I move, but I don't think I'm going to be able to afford to live somewhere like...
I'm definitely going to be able to afford a craft room for me, because it will be my office for work. So, I would like to have like a garage, I'd like to have a garage so I can maybe look in getting an electric car.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that I don't have.
I do not have one either, but I would like a garage so I could have an electric car. Canash has donated $5, saying good afternoon, Cleo, and happy holidays. Loved your Hermitcraft final animation. Thank you. I worked really hard on that. I love how it made Tumblr go insane. I mean, that's not that difficult to do. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Speaking of segues.
So you want to talk about that a little bit?
Let's talk about the finale a bit.
Okay, yeah. So Cleo, what was your plan if I did follow you?
My plan, if I did follow you, I already had the final animations. I would have put you in the final animation.
Oh, see, that's what I thought you wouldn't necessarily have time to do that. So my goal, since I already had a copy of your final animation, since you sent it to me, was to go into replay mod. And so if we actually just followed exactly that path together, to just have replay mod recreate your animation showing us doing exactly what you did, but I wouldn't be in your one. and so it would just kind of be really upsetting for people who'd be like, why is Cleo in Joe's video, but Joe isn't in Cleo's video? And so
if you'd have come with me, I'd have done it, and I'd have given you the file.
Oh, yeah. See, I was intentionally putting you on the spot because I didn't think that you would be able to accommodate me coming. I thought you were gonna have to say no matter what.
No, I was quite happy for you to come, Joe.
Oh, that's funny.
I like that you decided that you were going to try and make it awkward for me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, the
Thank you very
thing is,
much
though,
for
I feel
doing
like
this.
people thought it really was awkward, but in like an emotionally positive or it like emotionally resonant way.
I mean, it did resonate within a whole pile of people because it was a case of you. I was just sort of like, I didn't know what you were after, if you know what I mean.
No, and
In
that
that
was part
because
of it too. Is I was expecting you to have like no idea what was going on because we hadn't talked about it.
yeah,
It was just
yeah.
like a last minute, like it wasn't a plan I had. It was a snap decision. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go bother Cleo. Okay.
Well, I was going to do a bit at the end
Uh huh.
before I ran,
Oh, you were.
and then you came over to me, and I was like, oh, well, now Joe's here, so now I have to deal with Joe.
Now I have to deal with him. Oh no. But it worked
So
out
yeah,
okay, I thought.
it turned out really good in kind of a like, oh, that's heartbreaking kind of way.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just were just like, no, Joe.
Yeah, maybe we should figure out stuff like that in advance in the future. But, like, it worked out this time, so why would we ever do that?
The Corpse gave out 5 community gift subs. Thanks, Corpse. Appreciated. Um,
El Kitty says the
yeah, and
truth. You
Joe's
all.
just there already. I mean, to be honest, it was a case of, I mean, Joe's just flying away. I could always put it that he managed to get to the end because he does always just turn up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is his primary feature.
Mm-hmm.
Heart punch, a brilliant heart punch. Isn't Bother Cleo always Joe's? He does it quite well. I think we'll all agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is 760 to 972. So it's probably missing a few colours, like a rash. I don't think Joe's necessarily a rash.
Oh, thanks. I'm irrational, though. You'll give me that.
You really aren't.
No.
Joe is the opposite. Joe plays irrational really well.
No, that's actually something that irritates people about me, is that I often have, like, 10 reasons for doing anything. And so if they ask me
Yeah.
why I did something, I'll start rattling off the reasons. And they'll be like, but what was the real reason? I was like, oh, all of those. And
All
they're
of
like,
those reasons. I did those things for multiple reasons, you know.
well, and it's like, but why do you need... I had somebody, I think it was my ex, who asked me, like, why do you have to have so many reasons to do anything? And I'm like, well, I have too many things to do, and so the stuff I end up actually doing usually has more justifications than the things I don't have time for.
Yeah, no.
Like, if
I'm
you
right
ask
there
me
with
why
you,
I
Joe.
didn't do something, there's usually one reason for it. Either it's the wrong thing to do, or I didn't have time. That's it.
Hey, Push, how you doing? I've actually done. I thought organising that little stash was going to take me all day,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm kind of mostly done with it. So I'm quite proud of myself.
Oh, very nice. I'm about to make some construction paper strawberries, I think, for this
Yay!
cake, which
Oh, that's really cute.
I haven't figured out in advance how to do that,
Well, no.
but does this look like a strawberry? It feels close enough.
Show me on camera because I can't
I just
see.
put it down on the white part.
Ah, I mean, they normally have more rounded corners, but sure, that looks
Yeah,
sort
I
of
mean,
strawberry-ish.
I can cut it out at this size and then round the corners out too.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah, it works. Well done, I'm doing so well. I am! Like, no emotional breakdowns whatsoever. I'm actually doing alright, to be honest.
Yay, Cleo. So they would go on like this, TTT, and then we would have some candles too.
Mm. Bit green. Yeah. It does need a little bit of green, but you know. You waketh up. Oh my goodness! Don't waketh up. Just wake up. It's fine. We're all chill here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of brown up. I've been playing Fallout New Vegas again to start with, corpse. But also shut up. I mean, it looks like the beginning of the 400s is all browns and yellows, so
So this will actually go like more like
just
that.
waiting for the secret stash of stuff. Oh, I hate you. Hate you so much. Okay, that's the 400s. Sort of done.
Okay, so we're gonna move that back there for a
Okay,
second.
I've
So we're
now
going to work on the
got
cake.
these little pots to do. Or I've got another one of these tubs, which I could just pull out and use the big ones for. No, I'm going to just keep it as it is. Keep it as it is, Cleo.
I think a cake like this would normally have like little what do you call them? Like little cream puffs that secure the strawberries.
That's true, yeah.
So I'm gonna
Little blobs of cream.
yeah. So what we've got here is an oval stencil. So I can just make little ovals on here. Do.
Love crafts, hate the cleaning afterwards. Yeah, yeah. The cleaning it's never been my forte. I'll be honest. But this is kind of therapeutic because it's not my mess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was somebody else's mess, I probably could cope with it more.
That was one of the things I liked about the big base swap when we did that in season 6. Like it was just like going through and like
Seven.
renovating XB Crafted's early game stuff with late game materials, like his creeper farm. He had a creeper farm made out of like cobblestone, right?
Yeah.
And I made it look like this futuristic spaceship that matched his other spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
And like I literally had to replace block by block the entire creeper farm.
Oh God, that sounds tiring.
But
You see,
because it wasn't mine, I didn't really feel as bothered by it. Right?
yeah. Well, the thing about Corrales is that Corrales doesn't really make mess.
Yeah.
He makes beauty, and I'm there just bringing things to life.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's like me and Corrales have a whole kind of like dynamic when it comes to this sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, me and Corrales worked really well together because we kept in touch throughout the whole thing. And I know a lot of people with their base swaps, they kind of like, this is my base, off you go.
Yeah,
And
fire and forget for XB
yeah.
and I. But hey, also thank you to our coder for the Philippine pesos 250, which comes out to 5 US abacus beads here, putting us 8 away from that next expansion. Who writes stream listening while designing piglin bartering system after knowing a bug on Bedrock affecting it. Impressive finale to season 8 for all the hermits. Onward to season 9. Wow, I am like having a hard time reading. I think I need to caffeinate more.
See, these are all organized from 1 to 972. All in order, all organized. Now I've got to go for the 3,000.
I really need to find a way to cut on camera better, but I just cutting with the scissors on under the ring light is just super awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know I'm supposed to be putting on a show here, but I also don't want to like cut myself.
I mean, there is only so much show you can put on whilst bleeding, Joe. So
I thought you were gonna say there's only so much show you can put on without blood, Joe.
I mean, that is also true. That is also true, but in a whole different way.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you know, blood is only for special times.
Okay. So.
On with the show.
Okay, actually, adding the little white under the strawberries actually does really add a lot.
It makes them pop. I'm really impressed with it.
It
You
makes
did
it
really good.
well, and this is the sort of stuff that like I don't really think about day to day, and I'm trying to like stretch my brain a little bit, you know. So I feel like even if this doesn't turn out looking as beautiful as I would like, I'm at least learning something, and I'm having fun hanging out with you. So
Yeah.
yay.
I mean, that's why I'm here at this point. Because I could do this privately.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Why are you contacting me? Oh, yeah, I know I'm taking a vet to the vet. I'm taking my cat to the vet tomorrow.
Gotcha.
So that's my vet going, did you know? Yes, I did.
Yep, yep. I've heard. Oh boy.
3364 3689.
3689. Who do we think Minecraft's fine?
Everyone?
Yay, everyone.
Because it's a game about doing what you feel like.
Bum, bum, bum.
Ah, I forgot that there was more. I forgot that there was more, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah, one thing I'm thinking about doing this season, Cleo, is I want to do the kind of respawn, resupply area again, but I want to have it designed to like extend throughout the season, so it becomes like the HHH like free materials hub, where like, hey, put your extra cobble or dirt or whatever, sand,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Would you have any
Yeah,
interest in working on that with me?
Yeah. I was thinking of doing something similar myself, to be honest.
Okay, because I was thinking that could be a good episode 1 thing where we basically fortify the respawn area. Because if people are off exploring, they're going to be dying and coming back there more often. And we can kind of lay out, like, hey, this is where we're going to have free materials and stuff later. And I'm probably going to, because I don't know where my base is going to be, I'm probably going to build a starter house for the first time in, like, 5 seasons.
Oh, same.
And I want to base it on the Elvira's House of Horror house. I did a mock-up in creative mode, and it actually looks pretty good. Because I was like trying to find something that's like got a relatively small footprint, but doesn't look embarrassingly like newbie-ish. Because I was like, if we have all this time between seasons this time around, I should probably like look like I tried to think about what I was gonna do.
Oh, I've got like plans for this season coming up.
Yeah.
And my skin designer has been working. It's thread. There's always more. Has just done an amazing job. I'm so happy.
Have you seen the show Slings and Arrows? Okay.
Actually, no, I haven't. But
Oh. Okay.
I just said because I was just responding.
Yeah, because I was going to talk about a particular character's like way of dressing. So there's this really pretentious theater director in the show who is like always going off to Berlin or Norway or whatever and rediscovering himself. And he's got all these ludicrous costumes. And I thought about sending those to a skin designer and just saying, hey, I want like 45 skins like this. Just make these costumes, but then just make like 2 or 3 dozen more in the same vein. I just want to look like this pretentious theater director, but I want every time it cuts back to me to have changed my skin. So it's like I'm constantly changing these ludicrous clothes that are like kind of like a combination of like Europunk and like Victorian and like all this other weird elements. It's like it's the sort of thing where it's like, is this guy cosplaying as something? Or like none of his outfits look like they're, what a person would wear, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Or they're such a weird combination of things that different people would wear.
I don't know.
Let me see if I can find a picture of like one of his costumes.
I don't think this is gonna close. Lay flat. Oh yeah, this isn't gonna close. Oh no, it's gonna close because I'm gonna make it close. All right, it closes. Joe being obnoxious and eccentric, unheard of.
Okay, you know what? Actually, just searching on the Google image search,
Mm.
the things that show up are all so stupid. Like
I
I'm having
mean,
a
it's
hard
very
time
you.
keeping a straight face while just looking at this.
See if I can. Let me just. This is a secret. I'll show you on.
Okay. Um. So Leo, you said links are disabled on your thing, even for
On my
VIPs,
stream.
or can I post them? Am I a VIP who can post links? I'll try.
I don't know.
Looks like I can. So here's a GIF of like one of this guy's costumes.
Let me see. Copy message. Can I get to it? Is the question. Come on, game. You can do
Here's
it.
a
Not
second
game.
one.
Internet.
Just to give an idea of kind of the spread here.
Very you, Joe. Very, very you. It's such a Joe style. I don't know that it is such a Joe style, but it's very Joe.
It makes as much sense as anything else. That's what makes it a Joe style.
Yeah, it makes as much sense as anything else Joe was going to do today.
Yeah.
Right, let's make a decision here. Right. I know people who dress like that every day. You're an art student, of course you do. Kind of how they live. Right. So the next job I've got to figure out is this. That's a lot of thread. No. This is a lot of thread. This is an average amount of thread.
No,
Now,
this is a knife.
my mum had these tied up. I'm assuming these were for her next project. So I don't know how I feel about,
Do you think you should maybe try
destroying
and
them.
find what that project was before you separate these? Because, like, if it's something that you wanted to work on or something, maybe that's...
It's not really my thing to
Okay.
work on them, to be honest.
That's
So
fair.
I might as well just separate them because they're still going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Cleo just unpacked heaven. Oh, this is heaven. This is my hell. This is hell. Just want to dive right in them. Oh. Not a lot of heft to them. It just about covers my hand.
So, just for anybody watching along at home, here's what we got so far. It's going to be an excited Jevin with a cake about to blow out the candles. And I'm really happy. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, you get into this mindset like, oh, I could try to make something, but I'm sure it'll come out looking terrible. It's like, why? Why are you sure of that? And maybe you is too broad here. Why am I sure it'll come out looking terrible? Maybe it'll be fine. I won't know until I try.
You don't know until you try. Here's the thing with whole skeins, and that's what I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Is I don't want to take them all off and put them on bobbins.
Mm-hmm.
Because one, I hate the bobbins, but I'm trying to figure out how I could sort them and have them remain sorted. Because I've got pegs, I could hang them up on things. So this is difficult. I don't mind sorting things because these are all numbered and, but these are a mixture of DMC and Anchor. So mostly DMC though, it looks like. Put them on sticks. If only I had like a filing system where I could get I could pull the rods out. The paper files.
Mm-hmm.
You pull the rods out of the paper files and you could put them on then.
Oh, that'd be
and then
cool.
you could sort of have them hanging up on sturdy cardboard and hole punch. I have so much embroidery floss, maybe I should use it for actual embroidery someday. Or on a string and make like a key ring. The thing is, if I was going to put a key ring here, then do they need to remain 100% sorted or in general? That's the thing. I don't know what I want at this point. I mean, ideally, I would like having them all arranged in lines because, I mean, ultimately, what will probably happen is I will have them on a pegboard of some description.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Grouped together, put in little net bags and hand by hooks, maybe. Cross stitch in their little. I think we've been through this. I have many of these that I need to sort out and put in the right place. This one is from the Domes of Yosemite.
Ooh.
Carabiners could work, but those are intense.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't know half of what's in these bags. I don't think I can sort these today without making a complete pig's ear of it. So I need to figure out what I might try and do is I might try and get one of those like hanging file boxes and then take out the files and then hang them onto the file metal bits.
That makes sense.
And do it that way.
Sorry.
Oh God, Joe.
Sorry. Normally
Okay.
I try to mute, but I had glue all over my hand, so I couldn't get to
That's fine. I just want to know you're all right.
No, sorry. I've got a chronic cough I've had since I was in college, so...
And you have also just had COVID.
Yeah,
so.
and I also just had COVID, so, I mean, it's doing great all around.
See, this is why I'm watching you instead of doing it myself. What, to watch me flap? I had those early in the stream, but I seem to hate those. I hate most of these. If these were wood, these little card things, I would be okay. But, you know, I like things to look symmetrical and in their place and all that sort of things. I don't know what you mean by binder rings.
Binder rings. Okay, so you can buy these metal circular rings that you know how you like a 3-hole punch, you can put things in a binder, and the binder has like cardboard that attaches to a metal rail with 3 binder rings in it that click around the paper. You can buy freestanding binder rings, or not freestanding, but like independent of that rail and the cardboard.
That could work.
At like an office supply shop, and they clasp pretty firmly when you close them.
Yeah, we've got those. We've got binders, but binder rings individually, I don't think we really have.
Like I said, you might have to go to an office supply shop. They're not something that you can just get anywhere, but
Yeah. Sorry, my brain is now full of things, of me being tired now. If you are putting links in the chat, the bot will just remove them. The only people that can put links in are things like Joe and Corpse and any mods.
no.
Cut off the binder cardboard. Possibly. Search for a floss organizer. It's a thing. Ugh. Very tired already. This makes me very tired. Okay, I'm going to put this stuff away, and I'm just going to quickly take a look through the bags of floss, seeing if I can put them onto any of the existing bits of floss that I've already got. I've also got this floss, which is something else entirely. It's not DMC or anything. So I'm going to take a look at that whilst I'm here. Because this looks like specialty cotton. Needle paints. That's actually a very good name. I like that name. It's very clever. Lavender and lace. Premium Egyptian cotton. 10 meters of 6-ply floss processed in the USA. Master Bacon has resubscribed for 8 months. Welcome back. So that's just DMC floss. That can go away.
I'm realizing I screwed this up by not putting Jevon's hat on under his eyes, because the eyes need to stick out from the hat brim.
That's very special floss. It isn't made any longer. The designer died years ago. You may have got timed out for atting me. It's technically against the rules. Okay, so this stuff isn't made any longer. Which mods are online? Well, there's Anna, and you can also check. Don't bug the mods particularly. It's probably not a good idea. If you want me to see something, tweet at me.
Yeah. That's what Twitter's for, people. Oh, that's what Twitter's for.
This stuff actually feels really nice.
This is going poorly. These candles are too fiddly.
Salient Bofa resubscribed for 3 months. These are all tangled though. Oh. I mean, they're not that bad. They look nice. I suspect this was for a specific project, and they didn't give threads in DMC or anything. So my mum had to get one of these. But they do feel very nice. They are incredibly soft. It's like a field of heather. I mean, knowing my mum, it was probably some kind of purple dragon. My mum really liked doing dragons.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, purple and green were her things. They look fancy. I think they are. I think they are fancy. Like somebody said that they had they'd been discontinued because the designer died. So, Snowmeath Cheer Biddies, thank you very much.
You probably got to be a pretty famous designer for them to bother discontinuing them after you die. You know? Like for them to be like, oh, this is now a rare thing. It had to have been like up there in people's esteem.
Llama bobbins are very cute, but they look very expensive. How many are there? A set of 10 for 12 is probably not going to be enough. But they are cute. How many heathers could you fit in field? Like a lot. Okay, these can go sort of in this box as well. Whilst we're here, just
okay. I think I figured out how the cake is gonna look.
Made them so their patterns could have a richer color range than DMC could provide. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. But they are very fancy. Very fancy. More fancy than me. See, this is why I like having people who know stuff in the chat. Right, so I have... Okay, I'm about to start decanting. Each one of these is, or maybe each two of these is a project that my mum did. And finished, because these only came in here. Oh, there's a thing in there. What is that? Oh, that's more special thread. Look at all the special sparkles there.
Mm-hmm.
Not finished. Not finished. I don't actually think I'm finished. Not finished. There's still more in plastic bags.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of these to go through, is all I'm saying. This Mary Poppins bag has nothing on this. There's hundreds of these. That's my nightmare. This is my nightmare. With pleasure, Anna. Anna, please, Anna. Like, I need to go through and see if there is a bobbin here. If not, I would need to create a bobbin for this. Would watch a Cleo stream of knitting a zombie Cleo plushie. I mean, there's the mental breakdown tangle. The thing is, my mum was, like, when I was younger, like in my 20s and 30s, like much younger. No, when I was in my 20s, I know that my mum, at the end of a project, used to make bobbins of all of these. So these are probably older than here. Haven't cross-stitched in years. It used to be your go-to craft. I mean, I'm quite happy to send this to someone and someone else can do it for me, but, you know. Oh, I like that colour. That colour is, like, really nice. That electric blue. I'd shove this in a box and a problem from future me. Oh, this has been in my house for, like, 6 months now. So, do you think all that thread could reach around the world? I really doubt it. Like, sincerely. You'd do it for me. I was joking. Oh, and these ones don't even have... Okay, I'm going to say if it's just got a number on it and it doesn't have the DMC code on it, I am going to bin it. Because... as the result of shoving threads in a box for future victims.
Okay, Cleo, I used color pencils to write happy birthday on here, and I don't think I ruined it.
Let me see,
Or let me move my shoulder so you can...
That's really cute, Joe.
Thank you.
You've done so well. Oh.
Now, I still have to, like, actually glue it all together, like it's not finalized or whatever.
If you could do, like, little white circles as in his eyes for, like, the shines, that would make it even cuter.
In his eyes.
I'm sorry, Joe. You don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
Atlas Dash gave out 2 community gift subs. Thank you very, very much. I have a storage tub of cross stitch from stuff I got from someone who couldn't cross stitch anymore. It's semi-organised and hope to use crafts one day. Haven't had the motivation or energy to. I know. This is me just going. I need to get this out of my life.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, it just needs to happen. I need to find my drink. Where did I put it? It's down here.
So if I go down low enough, I actually need to start getting the trousers in, because
that's a bobbin, Josie.
Yeah,
it's just a bobbin is a thing you wind thread onto effectively. So. Sorting through some floss from your great aunt. Look new, but it's so old the bands say made in Czechoslovakia. Oh, thanks, Atlas. It's really appreciated. Okay, so I don't know if these are Anchor or DMC even. Well, that's just one colour on that entire piece of card.
Oh,
okay, I'm going to see if they've got a number or code on it. And then if they have, I keep it. If they don't, I bin it.
Okay.
I hate that my mum was so organised and she wrote the codes on everything. Is there a distinction between that kind of bobbin and the ones that use the bottom side of a sewing machine? I mean, sure there is.
The sewing machine ones have, like, mechanical feeding mechanisms. Like, yes.
Yeah. There is a difference, but a bobbin is something you wound thread onto. When you were sorting out your grandma's thread, except she did pretty much everything and has been in my dad's attic for 10 plus years where the mice live.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, Fortunately, all this stuff has lived in plastic boxes and is only at most 6 months from being used. Because my mum was crafting until the end. This one is from a pattern called White Peacocks. Oh, and so is this. This is also White Peacocks.
So, yeah.
Okay, nobody wants to use that little thread. That's got no numbers on it. Oh, I like this. I like this. That's got no numbers on it. It can just disappear. That is just little tiny pieces of thread left. Any without codes you'd gladly nab. I will send you them, Anna. If they don't have codes, then you can have them.
I think I need to lift my camera. I think it's slowly been dropping and getting closer to the table this entire... I'm like, why does it keep... Like... What's going on? I was like, it feels like I have less room to work on stream than I did. Okay. There we go.
That's just a whole skein. If the thread doesn't show its ID, it will be kicked out of the club. My mum was incredibly organised. So...
Actually, since the candles only go over his shirt, I could actually try unifying the block or the color palette more. With the look at this. Look at this nice blue background here.
Just poke me on Discord, Anna.
I feel like that's got a good look to it.
Oh, that's nice. That's really good.
Because blue is also his other skin color, and so it's still pretty high contrast. The candles don't poke into there. Flannel Champ. The name of the character I was talking about before was Darren Nichols from Slings and Arrows. Just go watch Slings and Arrows. It's available on iTunes now. It wasn't for years. It was like impossible to find, and so I bought it as soon as it went live on iTunes. So even if they remove the availability to purchase it, you'll still be able to like re-download it if you bought it, because the rights to this show are hard to nail down apparently. But it was made by the Canadians as one of their art grants, and it's about a crazy person taking over a what do you call it? A Shakespearean theater. Like,
right.
There's like a Canadian equivalent of the Globe Theater where they and they changed the name of it for the show. But like there's basically like a Canadian Shakespeare company that's got this town that's like a Shakespeare town where everybody goes and watches Shakespeare plays or whatever. And like that's their tourist gimmick or whatever. Yeah. And the artistic director of the theater dies after he's hit by a pig truck. And his ghost...
As you do.
Yeah, and so his ghost appears to an old used to be a friend, now somebody that he hasn't talked to in like 20 years or something. And, insists that he run the festival. And so yeah, the guy who plays the ghost actually voiced Beetlejuice in the cartoon. It's got a really good cast, but I can't remember the names of any of the actors because I'm terrible at that. But yeah, so it's about a guy who sees ghosts trying to run a theater troupe where they are wary of anyone who sees ghosts because that's not a normal person thing.
That's not a normal person thing.
Yeah.
No. Oh, Dante has tipped $10 and saying happy holidays. I'm loving these chill streams. So am I. I really do enjoy spending time like just with Joe, to be honest.
Yay.
Spending time with Joe is amazing.
Yay. Suave Chibi Ranger says, is the name a reference to Shakespeare's Slings and Arrows of Outrageous Fortune? I'll leave that up to you to interpret. Somebody says use a hole punch, Joe. I don't know for what. Oh, for the eyes? Well, I already glued the eyes on, but that would have been smart to hole punch out little circles. Okay.
Eh. Yeah, my Discord is for patrons only, just so I can keep my sanity.
Yeah, it is impossible to run a Discord for all of our fans with any level of responsible, reasonable moderation. Like, it is not okay to create something and invite a bunch of children there, and then
No.
just like fire and forget. Like, no, you can't. It's not. It's not okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have special roles to make sure that the mods and everyone know who the children are, so that we can keep an eye on them. Because I do feel very responsible for any children that are effectively left in my care. And if they want to get on the server, they have to have parental guidance. Do I embroider? I do, but this is beyond my ken. I cannot do this. If you want, just look at Patreon and then look up Zombie Cleo, and then it's a $5 tier. So
Yeah, my Discord is also $5. Patreon.com/JoeHills.
there you go.
It's
See, you can pick
yeah.
either one of us, which is fairly standard.
Yeah. Yeah, don't join both though.
We don't
want the communities cross-pollinating.
Oh God, there's so much thread. Anna, how do you feel about having all of it? If I was to send you all of it, would that be okay?
I'm gonna make your window a little smaller temporarily so people can see this better. But
because I don't want to deal with this. I really don't.
I feel like this is actually pretty good. Like I was kind of worried that whatever I made would be too embarrassing to actually
send to him, but actually I'm quite impressed.
Okay, I'm gonna take a picture, and then
Hey Elk, how you doing? It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Oh yeah, I need to not put my hand under the ring light while I take the picture, because that creates a shadow. And so does my headphone cable. Oh my gosh, it's like I should know how to do this. No, sorry.
Like when we say we tend to not let anyone under 10 on the server.
Discord doesn't allow anybody under 13. So.
Yeah, so Discord is 13, and the only time we've really allowed a 10-year-old on the server was when one of the mods was their parent. So. Okay, Anna, I will speak to you later. We will talk, and you can have this because I want it to go to someone who's actually going to appreciate it. We tend to say 13 is usually the cut-off point for our Discord. I'm going to put it over here in this box. No, I'm not. Kitty, you're kind of in... You know what? I'm just going to put it over here.
Okay, I'm going to take another picture, because that first one... The glue lines are kind of more obvious than I was hoping.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What else is in here? Right, this is where I start delving into the depths. Oh, I think I've got another pattern. Oh, yeah, there we go. I said she'd done like a whole bunch of the queens. This one's the Queen of Spades pattern. Got the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Spades. These, like I say, these are about 1.5 meters. Twitch is 13 as well, yeah.
Oh, should I sign this? I just realized I should probably sign this, right?
You should.
I'm just gonna do a little down here.
Some regions can be 14 or 16. I can only really do the regions where I actually live. So, yeah. So these are the patterns that my mum had. If I can find the other two, I might sell them as a job lot on like Etsy or something. There's a Van Gogh Doctor Who pattern, like a tiny one, which I think is probably huge. I know that she did that for my sister. So that one is just the printed pattern.
Oh, you know what I should do is I should take a picture of myself holding this.
Yeah, yeah, that
That
like
would
do
probably
both. Picture of it and you holding it.
yeah. Oh my gosh, I always forget like how this tank top is not flattering because I can't normally see it on stream, but then I'll like take a photo in it and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's not attractive. It's not an attractive
It's like that's
thing
not
to.
really what I'm going for here. Okay, so
Oh, Anna, I've just found more. So
I was gonna say I need to take the headphones off probably for the picture, Cleo, so I won't be able to hear you temporarily.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just. I think I'm kind of nearing the end of this. Oh no, I found another dragon that she's done called the
This is
Lovers.
so good.
Let's see. Oh, and that's got special sparkle thread, like in a skein, in a plastic skein. Oh, weird. Can you get a screenshot thingy? Yeah, sure. Let's pull that one out. That's another one that I know she's done. Like dragons hugging.
Okay.
This is like a little treasure. Oh, I'm so happy.
I look so terrible in all of these pictures.
That's okay, Joe.
You say that, but like
Oh, I think this was one I bought her.
I don't
This
know
is a
if it
pattern I bought my
is.
mum.
It doesn't feel okay. It feels terrible.
A white angel. She liked doing have an embroidery program that generates designs. I'm not really a cross stitcher anymore. I remember I remember showing that one to me and doing that. That's old. That I must have bought her for like that when I was like 25, so that's at least 15 years old. So pretty but slippery to handle. I know it. I know it.
Okay.
That's an MLI pattern, the designer of needle paints. Ah, okay, so that might be where those threads went, thinking about it. Did all four of MLI's seasonal angels. Yeah, there was a lot of angel creation when my mum did this. Oh, crikey, I've just dropped a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, you can tell how old they are. The bags are just brown because the plastic has just decayed so much. I think that one was in her early days of like doing it because, statistically speaking, that's memories.
Okay, so now I gotta write the alt text for this. An unflattering photograph of an incredibly attractive person
Ballerina
holding
kit.
a construction paper, holding a handmade construction paper birthday card depicting
It's
I
just a little paper box filled with
blowing out candles on
with
a
thread.
chocolate.
Everywhere. It's everywhere. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh my dang mother. Is what that is. Oof. Okay. All right. That's something that you know what? These can go in here. Oh, this is just huge. It's like a treasure trove of just like these are the things that my mum was doing when she like my mum had always had like 5 things on the go.
Mm-hmm.
So these are her final projects that she was working on when she died. So St Basil's Cathedral. This is literally the piece she was working on because it's out with the fabric. Sorry, St Basil's Cathedral. That's one project she was working on. So let's have a look at that together. She looks like she was nearly finished on that. Maybe another. Take out the hoop so it isn't ruined. I mean, I can't see anybody finishing it. So, but I will. Okay, so this is quite small for my mum. So, it's quite pretty. It's not my sort of thing, but thought you was longest time I thought you were saying, "Oh my Gideon." No, 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 no. What is that hoop thingy for? It's to keep the fabric taut, so that it doesn't the fabric doesn't bend. For my mum, it was small. I don't know. I mean, I can show you the one that she was making for me. Okay. Ideally, I should roll it, but I will sort that out another time. For me, that would be large. You doing all right there, Joe?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just like trying to figure out. Sorry, I should have muted while I was sneezing. Trying to figure out what to work on next because I'm like, wow, that was a really productive stream, and it's like, oh, we only started 2 hours ago.
We only started 2 hours ago, and that's all the threads that she had to finish that one. So if somebody wanted that one, they could just sort of pick it up and finish it with all the threads. Nutri subscribed for 3 months. Thank you very much indeed. So yeah, so all the threads and stuff are there for that one, and based on the pattern. So if somebody wanted to pick that up and finish it, it's a heckin' lot of cross stitch. I mean, it does take a heckin' lot of cross stitch thread. Mm-hmm. It really does.
So I kind of feel like I should start thinking about what to work on next.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing people have criticized me for is not having an intro to my streams. Or not streams, my videos. Like,
right.
And I'm like, no, at the beginning I say, howdy y'all, Joe Hill's here. And they're like, no, like a visual introduction. And so maybe I could make something with the leftover construction paper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I don't know what I would make. Maybe it will say Hermitcraft. Maybe I could cut out the letters.
It might say Hermitcraft. That's a bit twee for my mum. This is probably something somebody bought for her that she felt obligated to do. Yeah. It's oh, Icy gifted a sub. Thank you very, very much indeed. It's very appreciated. This is why you end up with a hoard of thread. You need lots of colours for a project, and sometimes you only lose a little. So lots left over. Yeah. So what is this? This is far away there in the sunshine are my highest aspirations. I may not reach them, but I can look up and see their beauty, believe in them, and try to follow where they lead. Yeah, that's a bit twee. Oh no, hang on. No, there are different ones. Oh, which one was she doing? Oh, she was doing this one. In all ranks of life, the human heart yearns for the beautiful, and the beautiful things that God makes are his gift to all alike. Now, my mum was a staunch atheist. The fact that she's doing that one is surprising. I suspect she was doing the outline and she'd have put something different in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So that is so unlike my mother. The border is very pretty, but like I say, I suspect that was something that somebody bought for her, as opposed to something that she chose to do. Because my mum is all about dragons, pretty angels, and other things. It's possible she was doing it for someone. I thinking about it. But yeah, and you can see her reusing the threads. Like, these is bobbins that should go in my box. I don't want to take away the threads from the craft project they were used for particularly, just in case somebody wants to do that craft project eventually.
Yeah.
Use the border, put something more vulgar in the middle. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. I put something twee in the middle because that's what she was obviously going for. But this my one? No, this is something else. Come on, give me the pattern. Give me the pattern.
Okay.
This is more her style. Dragon's Lair. And oh crikey, there's more to this than I anticipated.
Like somebody who kills dragons, or a place where a dragon lives?
We're a place where dragons live. It's a fire-breathing dragon. It's like,
okay, a dragon's lair. Got it.
So that's where we are. That one's about half done, but that one's quite in-depth and detailed and quite pretty. Like I say, my mum was all about the colour mixing. She really enjoyed things that were just sort of, yeah, an involved project. I mean, that's why I'm surprised she did the flowers, because that is not like her. But you know, she was fighting through the cancer quite a lot, and she did stop sewing, like, in the second or third year of the cancer. So, you know, she was talented, but she kept on telling me that she wasn't a professional. And then I'm just like, you've spent more time on this than I think most professionals do. So, I mean, you say you're not a professional, but, you know,
well,
evidence says otherwise.
Did she get paid to do it?
You're completely... Yeah, you could transfer cross stitches to Minecraft. You absolutely could. I mean, they're very useful. Oh, is this my one? No, I don't think this one is my one. No, it is. This is the one she was doing for me that she never finished. I think I've shown it on stream before. Thanks to you organising, I'm listening while cleaning up my kitchen. This is like women in history and like protectors on either side of women. So this is the one that I do want to finish, because she was nearly done, because, you know, she knew sort of that she might not make it. So it's I mean, that would take me about 3 craft streams to do that bit. So this is like months of work. So you ruined one of your projects by keeping it hooped too long. That makes sense. This bit needs a wash. Mind you, she spent like 4 or 5 years working on it. So the thing is, she did like a thread of each thing a day. So, you know.
Do you mind saying what her actual profession was?
She worked for the police as a clerk for a while.
Gotcha.
But most of our childhood, she was a typesetter.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah.
Because I was curious, like, if she had a job where she was, like, actively doing stuff creatively with her hands. And typesetting...
No.
You get... I mean, it depends on what kind of shop you're in. Because the typesetters that are left these days, like, in Nashville, they're all, like, poster design, doing wild stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, I don't know if you can see how tiny those crosses are. That...
I don't think I can see them at all.
No, I can struggle to see them, and I'm here.
Yeah, oh, wow.
Like... What the heck? That looks painted. That's amazing. What count is that?
It's like Egyptian cotton. You could sleep on that.
It feels like a fabric. Look, if I bring up the edge, like you can see the tiny little crosses.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe 48 count? Yeah, maybe.
That's really crazy. Like how good.
That's I have no words for that. That is amazing. 32 count. Well, that pattern. Let's have a look at that pattern. It's Mini Prelude to a Kiss. Now, the thing about these patterns is you can do them on small accounts and they can be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's so Mum's her eyesight was not outstanding. It was just that's the painting. You would need a magnifying thing. I know she didn't use a magnifying glass, but I mean, I'd like to finish all of these, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's the needle that she used for it. But you know, where would I find the time?
Well, you could do it on stream.
I could, I could.
Like, if you said, okay, like, because let's say that we're doing these arts and crafts streams
Hmm.
every week for an indefinite period of time, right? You
Yeah.
could say once a year or once a quarter,
Hmm.
you'll revisit one of these projects and finish it. So it's not like
Yeah.
all you do on the craft streams, but like, if there's a particular time of year where you're sentimental about your mom, like around her birthday or something like that,
Hmm.
maybe you take some of the, you say like, okay, this month, if, let's every May we for Mother's Day, or you might do that in June. I don't know, but like you
Yeah.
pick a
I
month
mean,
and
I
you
could
say,
do it. I could do it once every month and do it that way.
yeah,
So maybe consider framing that one. I mean, the thing is, my mom has never framed any of them.
mm-hmm,
They're all just sort of in a roll, in a massive couple of rolls in the house, in her house. So, I'm kind of surprised. Oh God, we've got another one. Oh, this one was just being started, I think. I'd like to do stuff like that, but look at it. I know. I mean, my mum was not a professional. She just did them for the fun of it. Yeah, she just enjoyed the process. She enjoyed finding pretty things that she wanted to make.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm assuming this one is of a dragon of some kind. That's a picture of a woman. No, that's also a picture of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's the pattern for this dragon. It's a moon kind of dragon. Sparkly threads really stand out there. I mean, yeah, there's a big old swath of them in there, so those would stand out. But if the one that looks like a painting, the kiss one, that also had sparkly threads in it that I could see, but you probably couldn't. You think I'm finished? I'm not. Right, what else has she got in here? Just cloths. What's this? Mini ancient. Oh, she didn't start this one. That was her next in line.
Mm.
And she's got all the threads. She's bought all the threads for it. So this is effectively a kit for this picture now. she and Pearl would have been best friends. Why? Could any of these designs appear in the next season of Hermitcraft? Could? Yes. Would? No. Because I am not fundamentally a masochist. So yeah, so she's made that an entire kit for that one. And she's doing the same here. I just want to see what she was going to be making. Oh, look, that's what she's been doing. So she's got all the numbers of the thread that she needs, and she's going through and ticking off the threads as she gets them. So that when she comes to it, she just needs to buy a certain amount of threads. More of a sadist, really. Oh, look at that. That's peacocks. Just Maka resubscribed. Good morning.
Good morning.
So yeah, some peacocks around the globe. So that's a kit. Oh my goodness. I think we've just hit her stash of patterns. Oh, I remember going for this one. That's this set of threads. Heaven and Earth Designs, the treasure hunt bookshelf. My mum had great taste in patterns. She was basically, let's make things Cleo could never make on her own. Let's just make it hard for her. Treasure hunt bookshelf. That's a really nice pattern. You want to claim that peacock kit? Unfortunately, these are not for claiming. I might put them up for sale at some point. But if I do, I'll let you know. Yeah, so this is what she was working on. These are the things that the skeins that she needed to grab. Oh my goodness. And this was the thread. This was the cloth for it. This cloth is huge. This cloth is... Right, that's like 3 meters long. You doing all right, Joe?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt your
My reminiscing. You can feel free to interrupt my reminiscing.
I mean, if I had anything like to really contribute, I definitely would. But also right now, I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm just thinking through what I want to work on next a little bit. So I was almost thinking it'd be cool to have like a little banner that comes across at the beginning of the episode that says Hermitcraft, and so maybe it's like brown with like the green construction paper letters, and you could have. I was thinking if I made alternates of each of the letters, right? I could do like a stop motion thing where like I've got like 3 H's it swaps through that are all relatively close, but not exactly the same. Like they're clearly different. And like 3 E's, 3 R's, that's 3 M's, that sort of thing. And it kind of gives it a little bit of life. Like a stop motion style thing. I don't know.
That's cool.
And this is the sort of stuff where like if it doesn't work, that's fine because I'm still like getting back into practice working with paper and stuff.
Yeah, that's understandable. This one is called Mini Ugly Birds.
Ooh.
So, not quite flamingo, but yes. Sorry, I'm just pulling stuff out now. So, this is no longer me contributing. This is me just showing people stuff that's, yeah. So feel free to take over.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Let's see. I don't think, I also was kind of like waiting to see what Jev said on Twitter. Because, like, considering that I've never made anything like this for any of the other hermits, I don't want him to feel, like, weirded out, like, oh, that's a little bit parasocial relationship there, Jeff.
No, I think to be fair, you and Jev have an actual relationship.
No, we do, but, like, it's one of those things, like, I hope this isn't too much, like...
I mean...
Here's a handmade card.
They're kind of used to it by now.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's just sort of like, is this Would I consider selling any of my mum's completed works? Um, yes, but the family has to go through them first.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because obviously they are things that she created in her life and now she's gone. You know, we want to keep like the stuff that has meaning for us. I've got to be very careful because like, what the heck?
What?
Magnetic stitch counter and tartan and Ida?
A magnetic? What is a magnetic stitch counter? Does it only
Well,
count like iron-based stitches?
well, it has a magnetic ruler on a piece of metal.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
So you can, if you, depending on, so for example, if I pulled out, let's pull out this piece of cloth randomly. I don't know what this is. So what I could do is I could put this out on the thing, pull out the ruler, and then try and align it. And I could tell you because this is 14 count because it matches up here. Malwares, resubscribed for 8 months. Kat is enjoying watching the stream with me. Oh, that's cute. I don't know why she would have that. She's, usually pretty good at stuff. It's Joe. Everything's a bit much. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Special occasion sampler. So, was this for some kind of Christmas thing? I don't even know what you would use this for.
Special Christmas sample? Special Christmas...
Good for keeping track of a pattern whilst you... Oh, I'm probably going to... We're going to put that thing on things that Cleo is keeping and is going to need if she wants to do this.
Gotcha.
Wizard of Docs, subscribed. Welcome to the Hoard if you look to your left and to your right. You'll see there are no exits because doors cost more money than wall. I get the feeling this was the stuff that she wasn't too enamoured of. And she was just like, I'll keep it because it would be rude not to. Do I really want it? No. It's a Christmas stocking.
Hey, I just got a tip rolling in from M. Lavis for 10 who says, I predict we will have Season 9 before Season 10. I don't know. Windows skipped Season 9, so we'll have to see. But either way, thank you, M. Lavis, for that. That puts us 8
I thought
away
we were going to do the Lost season.
for the next face camera expansion. I've been calling in my... So I've been doing brainstorming streams, and I'm calling it Hermitcraft Season Next. Until we actually pick a name. Because, like, I don't know that we actually ever decided.
We've not really discussed it at all.
No,
much.
and I don't think we're going to have time to. So it's going to be at the last minute. Like... Yeah, I could probably say at the last minute what'll happen is Sue will be like, hey, I got these graphics for Season 9. And then Grian will be like, wait, I had an idea. Why don't we call it Season This? And then Mumbo will have an idea.
Mumbo will come along and he will go, right, I don't care about what we call it, but I've had this idea, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody will go, but I don't like that idea. And then somebody else will go, but I do like that idea. And then somebody else will go, but I thought this entirely separate thing, but we thought we were doing this idea. And then it gets...
And then I'll say, like, this really doesn't work for my childcare schedule. And then we'll just... It's like, Joe, you're the only one with that problem. It's like, okay, thanks.
I'm a single parent.
Yeah.
And...
I'm a single parent, and this doesn't work for me. It's like...
Designer... Okay, this is a very old one that she didn't have the heart to say no to, I'm assuming, because it says Designer of the Year 2001.
Oh, wow.
So I'm assuming she was just like... I know she didn't like to do flowers. I know that. So this was probably her going, oh, that's lovely. Thank you. I'll keep that.
Nice.
And then Doc tries to explain some...
No, Doc will show up and he'll show up for the first recording and be like, what? I didn't know we were going to name it that. It's like, Doc, I sent you 8 messages. And like every time there's a decision that Doc doesn't know about, he's just like, Joe, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, dude, I said you need to be here at this meeting because we're discussing blank. And he's like, well, you should have told me the specific options that they were considering because then I would have come. I'm like,
Why is it your fault that Doc doesn't come to all the meetings?
Oh my god. Yeah, well,
To be fair, I don't come to all the meetings, but then I go to like you or Jev and go, so what happened? And
yeah,
then you'll tell me.
yeah, you can tell which meetings you're not at, or I can tell which meetings you didn't attend because I take really detailed notes to send you. But I don't take any notes at all for the meetings you're there because I'm like, if I forget something, I'll just ask Cleo.
Which is fair, because
Yeah.
my memory's pretty good. Right, these tiny kits, I know my mum didn't buy because she would never buy anything so small for herself. So this is something that somebody has. I don't know why it's an H, because my mum's name did not. She didn't have, H's in her name. Need a meeting minutes person. The thing was, X used to do it, and then these last few months, X has just gone, nah.
Well, because he had that ear
So
infection,
we're
like
all
he
kind of
wasn't
like,
feeling
oh.
well. No, in fairness though, it was because he was sick
Yeah, he was sick,
and he
but
couldn't hear people, and so then he wouldn't write stuff down because he didn't hear it. And then
Yeah, and what we've established is that if X doesn't write notes, no one else is going to. Everyone will always remember things, but then they'll go, when did we decide that? Thank you, Canna Rusher, for giving out community gift sub, and choo-choo! That's a hype train.
oh wait, well hold on, I got a whole thing for this. I'm gonna put the knife down so I don't stab my lip. There we go.
Yay! This one says, happy birthday, Sam on it. This is balloons. Also something that she didn't buy. I think we found the stash of stuff that, she has, but did never, ever want to do. Blackwork. Some morning glories. Cornflowers. I like that. That's
I
quite
think
nice.
there's a movie called Morning Glory about like a morning news show or something. It's like a comedy.
Oh, I think I know what these are. These are free gifts from like magazine covers. That's what these are. I mean, they are very pretty. They are. And that, like the slightly bigger kits, she would never have bought them. Salient Bonfire cheered 500 biddies. Shaylin the Fae cheered 500 biddies. Thank you very, very much. And there they go in the hype ceiling.
The hype ceiling?
Look at my stream.
Okay.
And look at the top of the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that gets cropped off in the capture.
Yeah. Okay. I get a hype. I've got a hype ceiling now.
Oh, very fancy.
And most people get a hype cup. I get a hype ceiling because I need it. Socks cheered 400 biddies. Thank you. Salient Bofa gave out 5 community gift subs. Thank you very, very much.
I need a hype floor so I don't take a nap. Anytime my life slows down a little bit, my body is like, oh, it must be time for a nap if you're not actively up and running about.
Nope. Thank you. I don't know what this individual kit is. It says Parkland Waters. It's just a chart with no picture. Oh, crikey. Okay, Elusivities cheered 500 biddies. Jamon gave out 5 community gift subs. Thank you very, very much. What are the little bits at the top supposed to be? If the bits that have my face on them are there to represent, I think, resubs and follows. So, hey, Grisold, I'm glad you've got one at least. I don't know what this one is. This one can probably go do one. Oh, crikey. This is an eagle of some description, or a kestrel. No, peregrine falcon.
Ooh.
The hype train is a great place to hang out and knit. So I'm guessing she didn't buy herself this one either. This is not her sort of thing.
Gotcha.
I can tell the ones that she didn't like, partly because this is the kits that have never been used era.
Mm-hmm.
Like stockings, apples, flowers, kiddies. She used to do kiddies, she doesn't anymore. A lavender sachet, and this thing. Okay, I think I've hit the limit of the box. Oh no, no.
Is there something left?
Special sparkle fabrics.
Ooh, that
That one's
sounds
a green sparkly fabric.
very
I don't know if you
special.
can see it. Green sparkle. Just a red.
Hmm.
Blue sparkly fabric.
I'm
Green
about 15
fabric.
seconds behind, but
And
they're very
gold
sparkly.
sparkly fabric. I think they are probably for Christmas cookie. I don't know what word I was trying to say there.
Yeah,
Chris
Christmas cuttings, maybe?
cuttings, maybe. Christmas cards is what I meant to say. But
Okay, yeah, I couldn't
MJ gave
figure out
out
where you
two
were
community
going.
gift subs. Thank you very much. But no, I have no idea. So this, okay, this stuff is things people who don't know her very well bought for her, because it's like, sometimes when you have like somebody buys you something, like somebody buys you a plastic duck, and then suddenly people go, "Oh, you like plastic ducks?" And then all you have is plastic ducks.
Oh, jeez,
This
yeah.
is my mum's plastic duck. You
When
like
people,
cross stitch?
yeah, when people ask me, "Oh, do you collect blank?" Oh, I try not to collect anything. I need to move as soon as I can, which probably won't be anytime soon. But like, I'm like, I want to buy a house at some
I want
point.
a house. I don't need
I don't need more
stuff.
stuff now. Like, I appreciate that you want to get me things, but please don't.
Please, please not.
Yeah, no, I like
Okay, I'm gonna put all this stuff away.
trying to think um like some of the best gifts I got over for Christmas were like things that are like temporary, right?
Yeah.
Like so there's a distillery in Nashville that I haven't
Mm-hmm.
been able to get one of their whiskeys that I particularly like since the pandemic started, and
Right.
somebody got that for me as a gift, and that was like, okay, this is awesome because like I haven't had this for like almost 2 years, and it's one of my favorites, so that was cool. But like, it's not like the bottle's gonna be taking up space in my apartment forever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Either.
Okay. I'm just gonna put this back in the box. I now know what's in the box, so I can make a decision about how to use it. Thank you, McLesley for the biddies, and then the next set of biddies, and Salient Bofa for the biddies, and Salient Bofa for the community gift subs. Thank you very, very much indeed. You intentionally got into Warhammer so people would know what to buy you. Do they know? Do they know what army you've got? Is the question that I would ask. Is this one mine? Which one's mine? No, that's threads. I'm trying to figure out which one is the one that my mum was doing to me. I've put that kit down and I don't know where to find it anymore.
Oh no.
That one. This one? No.
Is it Ijevin's birthday? It is. That's why I sent him a
It is
copy of this
indeed
card on
Ijevin's
Twitter.
birthday. It's this kit. Right, that one can stay out.
If you want to
I'm
see
trying to
the
figure out
completed card, I'll link you the tweet. So now that we're done with the card, I'm just messing around. Somebody says you don't have to create that many of each letter to do this properly. Well, the thing is, I'm kind of practicing right now, and so doing that, I'm not trying to work optimally. I'm trying to practice, and so doing each letter as many times as it happens is not like killing me, you know?
no. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can figure out where the heck this pattern is. I mean, this fortunately has a page number. So, right, now I'm looking at this one that I want to do for me to finish so I can have it. When I move to a house, this is going to go on my wall in my front room. That's what I've decided. So this one needs to be done. She photocopied all the pages. Oh no, she didn't photocopy this one. This one was just done. Oh, she was getting tired.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crikey. Okay, so that was the page that was out. Now, some of these aren't coloured in, but I think Okay, let's have a look at the pattern, see if it actually matches. You play orcs, so people almost can buy you not mother boxer boys. Boxer boys. Okay, let's have a look at this, because I think this matches up here. So that is 33 stitches. Where's I think we've immediately found out what count is this?
Hey, welcome, my angel.
Right, this is 14 count. So, yeah, so I think this bit here matches this bit down here, because I can see that thing is here that's been marked off. So I actually do have a very good way of doing it. So this pattern here is the end of this little block here. So what I want to know is where this part of the pattern is. So yeah, I mean, that won't take any time at all, I don't think. Hi, kitty. I can hear you meowing. Oh, you're down there. Is that because it's by the radiator? Aww.
Amber Wood says, "Are you making extra letters for future cards?" I'm thinking of doing a stop motion kind of overlay thing for the next season, and I don't know if it'll work or not. So I'm taking advantage of the extra planning time we have between seasons to kind of do a test.
We have extra planning time?
I know, right?
Oh, I found it. I found the pattern pieces. Okay. So that one.
That looks terrible.
There. Hi, baby. I hear you meowing, but you can't come up. Okay, so there's literally 3 pages of that. And most of it is 2. Whatever 2 is. This stuff seems like magic and witchcraft as a kid when my mum did it, and it still does. Like, this actually isn't too bad. I know, Kitty, right? Yeah, I love you too.
Kitty thinks it's terrible.
Kitty can go do one. Shockingly enough. Now, here's the question. Has my mum told me what the symbols are for each of these things? So let's pull out. Right, that can go at the back. Look. Hello, baby.
So it needs to go.
I would really rather you not come up right now. Do you want cuddles? Do you want cuddles?
Oops.
Come on. You can come up and have cuddles, but you need to be gentle. Ugh, come here. There you go.
Yum cat, never gentle.
No? Okay, you go down onto your... She never chooses violence. That's the other one.
Oh, gotcha.
Right, let's have a look at the thread. Let's see if we can match the thread to the pattern. No. Hoop, come with me.
Okay,
Stay up there. Okay. Oh! Look at her. Oh. My mum is very handy. Oh. Did you see Kitty Tail? Okay. Now, if you look here, she's gone and said, like, pattern colour number 2 on the pattern is this colour, which is black, because it goes all the way down here. This pattern is coloured in square. This one is black flower. So she's actually drawn on all the symbols that each colour thread is related to for me. Minecraft would be a very different experience for me if I planned ahead or actually thought about what I was going to do when I play. Well, Minecraft is actually our job. So I see what you're saying. I feel a tad jealous about those who can knit without staring at their needles. Have to sit there intently for the entire project. Yeah. So I am going to put this back in its plastic bag. Keep out this one. Right, I don't know where my scissors went.
So let's see. Woodloose Pie says, "What was your favorite or biggest highlight from Hermitcraft Season 8?" I'm terrible at ranking things. Um, but I think, in my opinion, the best decision we made in Season 8 was bringing Gem and Pearl on. Because they were delights to
Oh,
work with every time I interacted with them.
100%. That was the best thing we could have done.
Yeah. I
And
actually really did like the Canyon Poetry Challenge that you gave me though, Cleo. That was definitely a highlight of the season for
that
me.
worked so well. I'm sewing. I'm so impressed with how I was not expecting that to flow as well as it did, and you made it work. I was really proud to be part of that.
Well, thank you. I mean, you instigated it to kind of. I
No, I
mean,
didn't.
or
Cub
it
instigated
was
it.
Cub's idea, but you okay? From my point of view, you were the one that brought it to me, so I just assumed it was your plan all along. When you're like, yeah, I'm throwing Cub under the bus for this, I'm like, okay, Cleo, whatever.
No, no, no. Genuinely,
It
that
was
was Cub's
genuinely
idea.
his fault. Okay, no, that's cool.
Yeah, no, genuinely. Did you not watch my? Okay, fine.
No, because I try not to spoil things.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, my mic is under the cloth. That I can do this on stream. I was thinking I can just do this on stream and it'll be fine.
Hmm.
I don't know that it's fine. Do I have a pencil? Thank you, Kitty. I do appreciate your input. Basically, you stitch crosses into the fabric using different colors to create a whole thing. It's Minecraft map making, but harder. And Minecraft map making is plenty hard. Okay, I want to do the 9, which I think is this
So,
stuff.
my mega base for next season, one of the things I've figured out is it needs to
Hmm.
be exactly 128 blocks wide and 256 blocks long
Hmm.
so that it can fit perfectly onto two maps. Right? But here's the reason why, Cleo. Because from the top down, my mega base is going to look like a pinball machine. So if you take the maps from it and you put them on two item frames on two blocks, like one on top, one next to the other, it'll
Yeah.
it'll just look like a pinball machine in game.
So are you going to make an arcade? Is the question. Next question. I
Well, the
need the
problem is I
answer.
don't feel like I have the energy to make more than one 256 by 128 mega base pinball machine.
You know what, Joe? Fair.
Like, um, it's like I don't think people appreciate how big that is. It's gonna.
Oh, I do. I
You do.
do.
Yep.
Okay, this is already knotted, and I'm already regretting my decision to try and start now.
Oh, whoops! I actually accidentally started making another R instead of an A. This A is just gonna be wrong. That's part of the fun of doing this stuff with the.
Hmm. I've now got it tangled in my hair, so
Oh boy.
oh, this is going so well.
Yeah, yeah. I'm botching this A. You're messing up your hair. It's fine. We're all doing great.
Fine, just threads inside of threads. Fine.
No one's spiraling here. That would imply having something we're kind of orbiting in some way.
And we've already established that orbits don't matter. Okay, right. So where is that needle that's stuck in here?
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. Checking my
Okay.
tweets to see if Jevin saw it. Yeah.
The worst thing is, has Jevon seen it, or has he it's seen it and then just decided, I don't need to deal with that
Yeah,
right
it's like
now.
that's a problem for tomorrow, Jevin. That's not a birthday Jevin problem.
It is possible that Jevon is
Celebrating his birthday and not looking at Twitter.
celebrating his birthday, yes.
No, I hope he is. Hey, we just got a great tip here from Alfie for 15, so thank you. Let's see, so 8 and then 7, boom. That gets us 3 away from the next Face Gamer expansion. And Alfie writes, Joe, have a good new year. This is a contribution towards your next good whiskey. Ah, thank you, Alfie. Appreciate it. Okay. Doo-doo-doo.
Come on. Ah, really doesn't want to go over. There we go. Go over. Right. You're going to tell him happy birthday. You go and tell him happy birthday. Right. I know, baby, right? Right, I'm going to do exactly as my mum did. As you can see, that she just went all over the shop, and just, you know, if there was a symbol there, she was going for it. So here's the thing: I need to check whether how my mum crossed. Did she go? Okay, she stitches in the same way I do, so we're all good. We're all good.
Were you gonna have to learn to stitch southpaw or something, or?
Well, it's a case of my mum goes, or she went from bottom left to top right to start, instead of going from top left to bottom right, which is another way you can do it. But you just want to be consistent. Neatness in the back doesn't matter at all. Yeah.
Okay.
So here we go. This is me finishing what my mum started.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay. You know, if this
Long
looks
floats are
good,
making you anxious as a knitter.
if this looks good, I can use this for my thumbnails too.
Oh,
Like I can
absolutely.
have like the episode numbers in cutout construction paper numbers or something.
Kitty, no. Like, some people have such neat stitches that you can't tell which is the front and which is the back. Most, like, you really have to check. So, you know, I am not that person.
Well,
Is it easy to fix
you only
mistake
have
when
to show the front side anyway when you're done with it, so it's okay if.
Yeah, that's how I'm thinking about it. Right, I'm actually going to pull this out and start using this. I've just done 2 stitches, yay. Okay. Getting serious now.
Doing an octothorpe is definitely harder than making a lot of the other characters I've made so far.
Making what?
An octothorpe? It's a pound sign or a what they would call like a hash symbol now, like it's like 2 parallel lines perpendicular from 2 other parallel lines.
Okay, yeah, I can see why that would be difficult.
What do they call that in England?
We used to call it something, but I can't remember. But now it's just the hash key.
Okay. So like I could have like episode number 1 or 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. Meow. What do you mean that, kitty? Mum used to do this all the time. As she got older, it got harder for her to see. Yeah, that's true. Meow. I'm still not going to give you your way, kitty.
Cat want more food.
Cat just wants more attention. And there's only so much attention that I can give her in a day.
Oh boy.
Isn't it the pound symbol? I mean, probably. It's probably the pound symbol all over. But not in the UK. What is it in the UK? We all want attention. Well, JT, This is my attention that I'm giving to you. You see? You got your attention. Are you happy now? Are you? Everybody sit up straight. I should probably do that because I'm now... The number signal, that's what we call it. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Pound symbol in the UK would be too confusing. That
Because it would
makes
look
sense.
like the pound sterling, yeah.
That's right, JT. You bask.
Oh, hey, welcome, Goran. Glad you could join us today. We're just doing some paper crafts, carving some stuff. Cristobal Irizarrival says, "Hey Joe, is that Jevin?" Yeah, I made a birthday card for Jevin before, and now I'm doing some word art. But yeah, so there's the happy birthday Jevin card. I posted that on Twitter when I finished it.
And then Jevendra went, "Oh, I'm not dealing with that."
I'm sure he'll see it eventually. Okay, so we're gonna do one more Octothorpe here, because I'm trying to do 3 of everything I make, so I can like I said, kind of do a stop motion thing. Because in theory, I could put my phone where the GoPro is right now.
Right.
And use that as a stop motion camera.
Yeah.
Like in the same mount.
There are program, depending on what phone you have, there's probably a program that you could do. Leave my pencil alone, you thieving little monkey.
I think what I'd rather do is I'd rather just take the photos and then drop them into Final Cut Pro myself, though. And then I have like...
That makes sense.
Because I'll have the higher... I'd rather have the highest quality photos possible dumped into Final Cut and then edit them from there, you know? Also, I can batch those photos. If I need to do any color correction or whatever, I can batch them through Photoshop and say, hey, take all 40 of these photos or whatever and apply a slight contrast change or something.
Makes sense to me. I remember where I gave up doing cross stitch. It is incredibly time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
Final Cut is not a program that I've not heard in a long time. I mean, I'm assuming it still works.
What, Final Cut Pro?
Yeah.
I mean, everything on the Apple TV Plus or whatever they call it is made in Final Cut Pro. So,
there you go.
Ted Lasso and all that.
Problem solved.
But yeah, I use Final Cut Pro to edit all my Minecraft videos.
Cross-stitching is great to do whilst binge-watching shows, so you don't have to pay fully attention. You don't have to pay... Yeah, I mean, this is already kind of got, like, all my attention, and I've only just started.
Mm-hmm.
Once I only have, like, a certain colour to fill in, it will go much easier, and I will be much happier, I'm sure. I don't know how my mum did this for hours at a time.
These are not coming out well.
I mean, she enjoyed it, I'm sure. I'm sure that's why she did it.
Yeah, I think my ones might just end up being straight up and down. Because, like, I'm trying to do that little nub at the top, and they're not working.
Mm-hmm. Used to cross-stitch and do other art during class. Seems like a lot. Mine always had the TV running whilst doing it, but I've got no idea if she ever watched the TV. I mean, I can't imagine watching the TV, like watching something I want to watch and doing this at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a hiding to nothing there. I mean, this feels like something that I'm probably going to, do a thread of every so often when I pick it up. And eventually it'll get done. Depends on what's on TV. I mean, if it's a show I've seen before, maybe. But even with fluff, it kind of occupies my brain a lot.
Do you know if that upcoming Doctor Who episode is a New Year's Day special or a New Year's Eve special?
I didn't. I've not paid attention to Doctor Who for a while.
That's fair.
So I don't know.
Okay. We're at the part of the stream where it's like, I will forget for 45 minutes to post the PayPal link.
Fair.
No bots here. These are artisanally copied and pasted PayPal links.
Artisanal links.
Just like Mama used to make.
Just like Mama used to post.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe I've ruined it. Watch a lot of YouTube on 2x speed. Some people just speak slow to pad out their content.
I don't. I wish I talked faster. That would make editing... Like, I'm always like, this episode's already too long.
I have taken to just cutting out everything.
I mean, I do a lot of that too.
Cut out so much. So,
I think I'm going to try and do more shorter episodes. Because I was trying to do better, longer episodes this season, and I think I took it too far. I was like putting too much effort into each episode, and the episodes were like 9 days apart instead of like... I wanted to target like 4. So...
I mean... I've tried a lot with my editing this year, this season. So my episodes are much shorter than they used to be. So, it's kind of getting a balance, and I don't think I found the balance, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I definitely overshot, like, the like, it's like, I want these to be longer and higher quality. And it's like, I succeeded at that, but I made them too long.
Yeah.
And so the problem is, like, if there was anything timely in it, it was already out of date by the time the episode went live, and, like, I wasn't getting collabs out quickly enough, and just stuff like that, where it's like, okay, I need to
pick up my game a little bit, yeah.
If I can keep this quality level, but have each episode be, like, 5 minutes shorter, so then I'm getting them out the door faster, that would be good.
That would be good. We can tell it's been really good. Oh, thank you! I like it when people notice. I genuinely don't know if that was to me or to you, but since it was in my stream, I'm taking it as a me. But to be fair, your stuff has been much more you feeling, if you know what I mean. It feels like the stuff that I think you want to put out.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. And I feel like, I've been kind of trying to, like, I don't know. I feel like between the divorce and COVID, I kind of got into a very, I don't know. I want to use the word rut, like, literally, like, a wagon trail rut. Like, I just kind of was going with what was already treaded.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was me doing the stuff that I had already done before because I knew it worked, and so, people enjoyed it, but it's like, I felt like I wasn't going off the path enough and being... Like, a lot of my weird artistry, I feel like, was going into the streams, and not a lot of it was making it into the episodes, and I kind of want to get...
I know that feeling. I know that feeling entirely.
Yeah.
That must be...
I want the episodes to be weird again.
Making it weird for your benefit, guys. Thank you, Hayes dear, for subscribing with Prime. If you look to your left and to your right, you'll see there are no exits. My videos this season were very good. Oh, thank you. I tried on the editing, and I was trying to tell more cohesive stories.
Yeah, I wanted my episodes to have clearer through lines, because in the past, a lot of times it was just like, here's what I did this week on Hermitcraft, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's the same. Because that is a much easier video to put out when you're working a job.
Mm-hmm. But then the thing is, I would spend like 3 days agonizing over, like, what is the through line of this video? How do I make this footage fit together? And it's like, no, I should have just... I should have just, like, made it 2 videos at that point, instead of delaying.
Yeah.
Or cutting out half of it. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, oh no, I know exactly what you mean. I was just brutal. Like, at the end of the season, it was just like, it's getting cut. It's getting cut. If I don't like it, it's cut.
Mm-hmm.
So if it hasn't made me laugh, it's out.
Yeah, I guess my problem...
Or if it hasn't made me laugh, or it hasn't told a story,
yeah,
then it's gone. To clarify.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Weird artistry is what we love. It feels more homely. Well, there are some people that don't like it. Some people like safe, which is fair. You know, we can't all be good for everybody.
Well, and I'm not trying to make art that's appealing to everybody. I'm trying to make art
Yeah.
that I'm proud of. And, like, I'm proud that I got as much done as I did, given the constraints of the pandemic and the divorce and custody fight and everything. But, like, as I'm trying to put all of those things behind me over the course of the next season, I want the next season to be more...
You want to lift it up.
Yeah, I want it to not feel like, oh, this is another pandemic year. You know,
where it might be another pandemic year.
It might be, but I'd like it to feel like, in the very least, I've gotten better at dealing with it. Like, whether or not the custody stuff gets better or the pandemic gets better or anything, I want to at least look like I'm moving on with my life.
I'm handling it better.
You know?
That's the main thing. How you handle things.
Tentelia says, would it be worthwhile releasing collabs as intermission episodes, like episode 4.5? No. No.
Well, I got I haven't responded to this. This is from someone from my Patreon. They asked for a cohesive numbering scheme between hermits, and I'm just like, I don't know how to explain to you that that's never going to happen.
That is impossible.
It's like,
but no, I don't want
it like week 1, episode 2, and then I'm like, no, nobody's going to agree to all that.
No, and I want to say, like, I'm not going to do decimal episodes. Like,
no,
I what I need to do is just set the expectations that some episodes are 10 minutes, because we had a 10-minute collab that doesn't fit with anything else, and that's okay.
Yep. And I've just made myself a knot, and I can't get that knot out because it's one of those knots. Okay. Joe's talking about the divorce like it was recent. Always felt like it was fairly long ago. No, it was relatively recent.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, is, like, if you've got, like, ongoing issues with the other person, not necessarily dealing with their custody stuff they agreed to, like, it doesn't matter how long ago it was, it matters, is the kid 18 yet? Because if the kid is not 18, and somebody's supposed to show up to pick her up from school or something and doesn't, then it's still my problem. Like, so whether or not the paperwork was signed a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, if I'm spending a lot of my time arguing about whether or not, you know, when you tell the judge that you're going to do something, you should do it, like, that's, I'm wasting that time now, this year.
I get you. I get you. I know, baby. Right?
Okay.
Kitty is being very insistent that she wants pets, so I should probably do that.
As you wish.
You watch Hermitcraft videos in upload order. Here's the thing. Because it is a collaborative server, people are always going... I mean, it's like when me and Cub and Joe got together, and it was just a case of, I'm going to be about ready to do this in about a week. And then another one was like, I need to go tomorrow. And then it was just sort of like, do any of us really care about being first on this?
No.
And it was just like, no, not really. I was like, okay, just upload whenever you feel like it. Because the problem is when you say, okay, we've all got to upload together, it doesn't necessarily gel with your time schedule or your content or your capacity.
Yeah, it's like, well, I can't edit it this day because I gotta go to a thing for my kid's school or something, like, so it's like, I'm gonna have my episode come out later than everybody else no matter what, so, I'm gonna make them hold their
there are
say.
certain things that we do obviously coordinate. I mean, like recently, you can see the stuff we've coordinated. I mean, it does affect numbers, being the first to do things, and
But like, I don't really make any money off ad revenue at this point anyway. Like, I make less off ad revenue every month than I make than I spend on health insurance. Like, so
yeah,
it's like at that point, it's like, okay, well, if I make $4 less on this video by being a day late, like, do I really? Is it worth like missing my kid's thing at her school to make $4 extra, or should I just stream a little bit longer the next day?
Yeah, streaming arguably is how like most of us make our money at this point. I think. I mean, unless you're really, really big, like ad revenue is like peanuts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's the thing though, is it's like,
yeah. Never understood the uproar about spoilers.
I don't either.
No.
Yeah, and there was a whole thing. Marvel did this campaign where they're like, Thanos says don't spoil Avengers. I'm like, Thanos is a fascist genocidal maniac. Like that's like them saying like Hitler says don't spoil this book. It's like, maybe don't.
It says don't spoil Mein Kampf.
Yeah, it's like maybe just like don't do that. Like,
Just understand your characters, please.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Like, oh my gosh.
Thanos threats. Leave the pencil alone. I don't know if you can see it when the pencil moves. That's her.
Oh, is it? That's what that is.
Yeah, that's her grabbing the pencil. Unless you can see it in my hand. She keeps on grabbing the pencil.
Okay, so I need to have this be about here.
As it stands, I watch about half regularly. I mean, I don't expect you to watch even half of my videos, to be honest. It's a case of everybody is so connected with each other these days. It's really difficult to just say, to expect everyone to have watched everyone. But also, that is not my fault if you haven't watched anybody else. Or if you've watched my video before their video. I'm sorry that you saw their stuff in my video. That doesn't mean it's a spoiler. It means that it's just there on a server we collaboratively work on.
Woo! Also, I got a $5 tip from Goran. Yay! Thank you, Goran. Who says, hope you had a great Christmas. I did. That puts us $2 past our next expansion milestone. So here we go. We're about to get to the most obnoxious face camera size, the Tony Stark helmet cam. Expand Joe. Do. So up until this point, everybody who's been tipping has been making the face camera more obnoxious. If you'd like to make the face camera less obnoxious, it really can't get any larger. It still will, but it'll get more transparent quicker than it gets bigger. So tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We are 18 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay. It's funny because I haven't really done a lot of typographical design or anything, but like this is coming together okay. These little numbers here.
Let's see if I can see it.
The threes are kind of Let me try and get my shoulders out of the shot or whatever there.
I think you've done quite well with it, to be honest.
Yeah. Like
it works.
I'm surprisingly more competent at things than I expect sometimes, and.
I know that feeling, Joe. I have that experience myself.
I'm just like, oh, I could have been doing this a year ago, like if I had time. But
well, it's like doing the animation stuff. I'd been putting off having a go. And then it was just sort of like, you know what? End of the season's coming up. I've got an idea. If I can make it work, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And so I did it, and I made it work. Oh,
And
Doctor Dactor has tipped $10 saying happy holidays. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that.
oh,
That's
hey,
so
doctor.
nice.
I'm assuming that's the same doctor from PAX. Glad to see you joining us.
Oh, there was a doctor at PAX.
Yeah, if it's DAHC,
Yep,
yeah,
same one.
yeah, that's Doctor from PAX. He actually did the 3D printed prototypes of the dice cases that
Oh, nice.
I never actually sold because uh, COVID kind of killed my merch store ambitions, and then I never got back to it. Um, but okay, this is not a good five,
A
but
good little wink. That's it. Yes, that's
yeah, that's
me.
the same doctor. Yeah.
The same. This is the same wink. Yes, that's me. The collabs are usually edited differently, so watching another person's point of view. I mean, yeah, I mean, like I say, if something hasn't personally found me laughing, or you know hasn't been informative, then I don't put it in. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I edit my stuff differently to Joe, and Joe edits his stuff differently to me, and Cub again edits his stuff differently as well.
Mm-hmm.
I watch enough of you guys that I often have the opposite problem of spoilers, which is seeing the same thing from too many different perspectives. Season 8 was good about each video showing something new. Last Light had a lot of repetition. Unfortunately, with Last Light, you can't really, unless you go off on your own. Hello.
Which kind of defies the point of it.
The thing about Hermitcraft compared to Last Life is Last Life was filmed in 3 hour spurts.
Mm-hmm.
With Hermitcraft, you can, you can you can do something else in your episode that it isn't just a repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say, as somebody who is appreciative of just having a 3 hour stint where everybody's there and everybody is recording at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
it made life so much easier for collabs. It's just kind of like everybody's online, everybody's there, everybody's doing something that's, you know, designed to be recording. So like on Hermitcraft, you can say, okay, I want to go and speak to this person, but that person will be on Do Not Disturb, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. I mean, to be fair to most hermits, they will, if you ask them to do something, they will probably stop what they're doing and
Yeah.
agree. Loved collabs. Everybody loves a collab.
I mean, honestly, they're one of the most fun things to do, but they're also the most difficult to schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, if I just want to do my stream, I just show up and do my stream, and that's one of the other reasons I didn't want to have unpaid moderators, is because I remember um, there was a time where Asuma apparently just decided one morning he wanted to stream on like Saturday morning, and he
Mm-hmm.
didn't warn his moderators, and they're all like scrambling to get out of bed so that the chat isn't ruined or whatever. And I'm just like, don't want to give up the freedom to just stream whenever I want. If I wake up at
Oh,
5 a.m. on a
crikey.
Saturday morning and I just can't go back to sleep, you know what? Let's open up Minecraft and do a stream, right?
Mm.
And
Well, on my feeling is I'm not popular enough to need moderators the whole of the time.
mm-hmm,
So they can my moderators just turn up whenever they're available.
yeah,
So and that's fine. It's a case of if you're there, feel free to drop in and do some modding. If not, I will ban the people who annoy me.
yeah. Doctor
My
says,
fate.
oh, go on.
Sorry, go for it.
Doctor says, what's more difficult to schedule Minecraft collaborations or D&D? D&D is harder to schedule because with the Minecraft collaborations, I can just not do it or we can do it differently if one person isn't there. Whereas with D&D, you really need like 4 or 5 people, and getting 4 or 5 people together is always harder than getting 1 or 2.
Hello. Hello. Come here. Oh, let's not put that there. Come on. There you go. You can stay there and be petted for a little bit. Thank you, Salamander, for the $20 tip. I do appreciate that one. But yeah, D&D is so much harder to organise. Fortunately, I've had a regular Saturday D&D group for 4 years now. No, I think it's longer than that. I think it might be 5.
Wow.
So nice. X never warns his moderators. He also never expects them to be there. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but the thing is that individuals might still feel a sense of responsibility for that. That's the thing, is like, I don't want people to have to worry about working when they're not working, or when they're not scheduled to work.
That's fair. Okay, so you're just sitting there now, are you? Okay. So Kitty has now decided that she's sitting here now.
Fantastic. Okay, for some reason your stream... okay, now it's going again.
She likes having her belly rubbed. This is what this is. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy.
Okay, so... I was going to say, I think in some ways we're getting past the hard numbers. 7 will be easy. 8 will be a pain. 9s I can just flip over the 6s. Then I got 0s. But like, yeah, so I could do my episode numbers. What I would do is probably photograph like 1 through, I don't know how many episodes I usually do per season, but probably at most. Like,
modding keeps you out of trouble. Yeah, Audie, I think the issue there is, okay, Kitty, you're now going to come up and get cuddles. I understand that you want to be there, but it's a case of my schedule is so erratic that I don't expect any of my mods to be there, and I don't think X expects his mods to be there.
Oh no, and I'm not saying that he has that expectation. I'm just saying people set expectations for themselves.
Yeah, it's nice that you feel responsible, but I'm going to say it on behalf of everybody who has an unclear schedule. We get it. You have lives. You're allowed to have lives. We will let you. I don't think I could stop you, even if I wanted to.
Well, I mean, it's called murder. And obviously people do it all the time, or they wouldn't have entire homicide divisions in, constabularies, but...
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome. I'm just, if you can dream it, you can do it, Cleo.
There's a sign in the town over from me that says, if you can dream it, you must do it. And I'm like, oh, that's terrible advice.
That's terrible
advice. Let's just sort of, I'll see if I can get a photo for you.
Okay.
Camera got bumped.
Yeah, there was a point where I was considering getting an MBA, and so I watched a bunch of lectures from MBA courses that were available online to see if it would be worth my time. And one of the lectures, the guy came out and was talking about the film Field of Dreams set American business back by 2 decades because of how many idiots believe if you build it, they will come. It's like, that is absolutely not true. Please research things before you build them. Don't just do stuff. But, oh, hey, it looks like we just got another tip rolling in from Samuel. Thank you very much, Samuel, for the 20 even. That's going to get us out of the Tony Stark helmet cam and into T. Joe Eckhilsberg. So here we go. It's time to expand. Jost. Do.
You killed someone twice. That is indeed terrible advice. But it's every time I see it, and I'm just like, I have had some dreams that you do not want me to emulate.
50% capacity now.
You are allowed to sleep, Pushed. I promise you. I will always let you sleep. I'm not saying I won't stream whilst you're asleep, but I will let you sleep if you wish to. By the way, thank you for the calendar pushed. I put it up. Well, I am putting it up today. I filled it in today, putting it up tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Or today. I haven't decided yet.
I have to see. Some of my friends are in town for New Year's, so they're hopefully going to be coming over to play pinball either this afternoon or tomorrow. We're trying to figure out
Hmm.
scheduling stuff still. Let me make sure my phone isn't visible on
Nice.
the camera before I double check on that. Because I was going to say, if they're going to be coming over this afternoon, I need to probably wrap up sooner than later so I can start. I've been reorganizing my apartment to accommodate guests better. Um,
Ooh, you
but
get to have
I
guests.
know, right?
I know.
Let's see.
My dreams are PTSD related nightmares. Yeah, I'm gonna go no. Don't emulate your dreams.
They might just not be awake yet either, because a lot of them are on Pacific time still. So,
What time is it in Pacific then?
it would be 9:46 a.m. But they're on vacation, so
Oh, absolutely, don't worry.
yeah. That's the thing is like I'm not gonna rush off and then be sitting around waiting for them to wake up.
Yeah.
But if they were like, hey, because I told them they could come by as early as 75 minutes from now. If they were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we're awake, we'll be by then," it's like, okay, well, let me go tidy and I don't know, change out of my chroma green tank top and all that.
I mean, whenever you need to go, Joe, you go.
Yeah,
That's all good.
no, that's fair, but yeah, at the same time, like, I'm not in any rush, and I'd like to get as much done as I can over here as possible. Because like I got good momentum right now,
Hmm.
but I don't think I'm gonna want to do this too much, like in my quote unquote copious free time. Um, like this is the
I,
time I have set aside for cutting paper. So if there's paper cutting that's gonna get done, it's gonna get done right now.
my copious paper cutting time.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Twitter alert for Cleo stream just arrived. Yeah, that
That's
happens.
one of the reasons people stream for 8 hours a day is so that they can make sure the alerts get through before they wrap up.
To be honest, I do not understand how people can stream for 8 hours a day.
Well, for some people it's a coping mechanism for other things, and so like
Hmm.
if you are struggling with something and you need a distraction, finding something that requires a level of energy that you can spend 8 hours on passes a lot of time.
I see what you're saying, and also think that that's probably not the best coping mechanism.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's healthy, but like I'm like there are definitely some people who stream for 8 hours straight because they need to do something for 8 hours straight,
Yeah,
and
I
that's
can
like
see
one of
that.
the least unhealthy things they could do for 8 hours straight.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. 7.
So that goes there. Oh, now I'm trying to figure out the pattern. 1, 2, 3. And that should be correct. Oh, I figured it out. First time for everything, chat. Trained tolerance for something. I mean, a lot of these people are younger than I am, so I'm just like, it's tired.
Morning, Manty Gag.
I mean, to be fair, I get exhausted from these streams with Joe, and that's just what, 4 hours?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, these take a lot out of me, but at the same time, I always feel like this is some of the best 4 hours I spent the week. or that,
Mm,
like, if,
yeah,
it's
I know
always,
exactly what you mean.
yeah, I really feel like this is helping me creatively in other ways,
Yeah,
outside of the time we spend here.
yeah, it helps my brain.
Mm-hmm.
It helps my brain be productive in a way that's not necessarily creative in a way that's not necessarily expected of
Yeah,
anything, you know?
and it gives me something to look forward to, in terms of like, if I'm like, oh, I feel like I haven't gotten to do anything creative. I'm just getting, because I'm always getting stuff done,
Mhm.
or the apartment would fall apart and nobody would eat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, oh, I know what you mean.
but like I don't always feel like I'm getting as much creative time as I like. Like
Yeah.
sometimes.
Since finishing school,
Mm-hmm.
I just have days where I'm just like, I don't think I actually did anything,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And
Like
it's like normally I would be like, I've got to do lesson plans and then I've got to do this and then I've got to do this and then I've got to do this. And then my brain is just like, you didn't do anything. And this helps me do something.
this makes me feel like I'm doing something that counts. Because like I spent all
Great.
day yesterday reorganizing my apartment and cleaning up and moving stuff around, and like it's going to make the apartment better in the long term. But I was just like, what an unproductive day.
Yeah.
Like if this apartment didn't suck in the first place, and if like I was slightly better organized over since I moved in, none of this would be a problem. But instead, it's just like I'm just like I feel like I'm playing catch up on those things. Like it doesn't feel productive if I'm catching up. It only feels productive if I'm moving forward. And this feels
Yeah.
more like moving forward, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What am I cross stitching? This is the cross stitch my mum was making with for me before she. Uh, I don't want to be flippant here, but what the phrase I was going for was carked it.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I'm not big on sentimentality, but it is what it is. So sorry guys, it is what it is. Like I can understand doing like 24-hour streams and 12-hour streams for charity.
Yeah, if it's a stunt and not like your day every day.
Yeah.
But like I mean, even when I had jobs that I would go to for 12 hours a day that were really rough, like
Hmm.
I worked in a styrofoam plant, and we would have weeks where we would do 12-hour days every day. Um, like I at least got three paid 15-minute breaks during those 12-hour shifts, as well as an unpaid lunch. But
Hmm.
like when you stream for 12 hours, you don't get that.
No.
And like I know for me, if I don't get those breaks, my body just hits a wall. And like
Yeah.
I really feel like if there was a better way, one of the reasons that these streams often can go as long as they do is we'll actually cover for each other to take breaks and stuff,
Yeah.
which we haven't done today. But
No. But if you needed it, you
if I
just go,
needed it,
I need to take a break.
yeah, and then like I could just come back. And but like in a normal stream, I feel like even when I take a hydration break, like I'm sprinting to the kitchen. I'm like, oh no, where is everything? I gotta throw stuff together. Like, I forgot to move the clothes to the dryer before the stream, so I'm like frantically like doing laundry and trying to get it in like a 5 minute song,
Hmm.
playing, and it's like, but you can't
It's
take
a
a
lot.
true 15-minute break really during a stream or a 30-minute lunch. At that point, you might as well just end the stream. And like
Yeah.
I feel silly starting a stream 30 minutes after I just ended. And
Yeah, you're not wrong.
maybe I
That I
shouldn't, but I do.
Yeah.
But I could absolutely do like an 8-hour stream if I took two 15-minute breaks and a 30-minute lunch. That'd be no problem.
I don't know that I could because I get really mentally exhausted from being on, if you know what I mean,
Well,
like
but
for the
that's what the
camera.
breaks are for though, is kind of what I'm.
Yeah, but it can just knock me out for like a good couple of hours.
Mm-hmm. That
So
makes sense.
I couldn't just when I turn off.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't come back
Gotcha.
in like 15 minutes or half an hour. I would have to psych myself up again.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is kind of why I like doing this stuff with you, because I don't feel like I need to psych myself. I mean, I obviously did today, but, you know, I didn't have to psych myself up for this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and these are, like, definitely more just chill, hangout streams, like... But, like, even when I'm playing, like, Hermitcraft, like, I tell people, like, if you're looking for the high energy stuff, that's in the episodes. Like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When I say time skip in the episode and then go do something for 4 hours, that's this. We're just palling around, hanging out while I gather sand. You know, this is...
Dang straight.
And if I didn't maintain that lower energy level, then I wouldn't be able to stream as long as I do even now, but...
Nope. I know exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to find out where I am in the pattern again. I have lost myself.
Oh, no.
I have lost. Silly, but silly things are great. I mean, the thing about silly things is that silly things also take up a lot of energy. Because having the creativity to riff on stuff is hard. You know? And, I mean, the reason... I mean, me and Joe have a banter capability. We can banter with each other on these streams quite easily. But you notice that we drop our energy levels down and talk a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas there are people on even the Hermitcraft server where I don't have that banter with because we have different energy levels. So, you know, it's not that I don't like them. I just find some people more difficult to be obnoxious to than Joe.
Yeah. We also know that you don't have to pull any punches with me.
No.
And I feel the same way. So it's like, I don't have to really filter what I say.
No.
Like, and that's one of those things, too, where, like, you know, like, on these streams and my pinball streams, like, I'll mention something and people are like, what? I didn't know that. It's like, well, like, I don't know. There's just some stuff that doesn't contextually fit in the Hermitcraft universe. Like my idea of, like, what I talk about during a Hermitcraft stream and what I talk about in a non-Hermitcraft stream is going to be different, right? Because, like, this is a real life stream. We're streaming our hands. We're working on things physically in front of us. Kind of the same thing with the pinball stuff, you know? And so it's just like, I don't know.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
And yeah, I mean, because we know each other for so long, that helps as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's like, you know, it's just sort of like, I've known Joe for nearly 10 years.
Yep.
He's one of the reasons why I'm like this.
Yeah, this is my fault. Thanks, Claire. Just put this all on me.
I said one of. You know, when you know someone for that long, you know, and you still get on, it's a whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Whereas there are people that are new that I would never be like this with, because they wouldn't know how to cope with me, and it wouldn't be fair.
Okay.
When you have good comedic timing, pace and comfort with another person, it makes a huge impact. I mean, I'm not afraid of insulting Joe, particularly. I'm sure there's times where we've annoyed each other significantly, but, you know, we don't tend to let it fester. We tend to just go, yeah, that's the thing, and then move on.
I mean, I bet if you gave me an example of a time that you annoyed me, I would go, oh, you're right, I was really annoyed. But when I try to think of a time that you really annoyed me, I just can't. Like, I'm not trying to be, like, extra generous and kind or whatever.
Neither am I, and at the moment I'm going, I actually genuinely can't think of... I mean, I'm sure you've irritated me in the past, but I can't think of specifics.
Yeah,
because I don't think it matters.
It's happened. But, like, I can't even think of, like, oh, here's a funny time that Cleo really got on my nerves. It's like...
It's just like, yeah. I mean, but I think that's the friendship part of it. It's just sort of like, you annoy me and then I sort of get over it. So It's what you do with friends.
Yeah,
If you can't forgive your friends, who can you forgive?
exactly.
I mean, it does help that if Joe thinks he's offended me in any way, shape, or form, he just comes out and just apologizes, just absolutely, just heartfelt, 100%. And it's just sort of like, I'm not actually, I'm not actually cross, Joe. It's fine.
Okay. Yay.
Because Joe will apologize for things that is not his fault. You know, it's just sort of like, it's fine, Joe.
Well, I
I'm
can't
not
always
even
tell
cross.
what's my fault or not. Like, I have a very loose sense of causality sometimes.
Oh, I can absolutely see that. Yeah.
It's like I'm really tired, and it's like, okay, I know that I did this, and I know this other thing happened later. Oh, boy. Is that. I don't want to
It's
Steve Urkel this, but did I do that?
and I can't think of anything that you've done that's, that I would hold a grudge against. Because
Yay.
honestly, I'd tell you, I don't have the energy in me to just hold a grudge.
Oh, there was something I almost apologized for the other day, and I was like, if she didn't see it, she's gonna think that I'm being extra weird here. But I was trying to get into the grocery store and put my mask on at the same. Well, in order to go into the grocery store, I had to put my mask on, right?
Yeah.
And I was texting you on Discord, and you told me something, and I went to hit thumbs up, and I hit thumbs down, like while I was trying to tie my mask behind my head, and then I was like, oh no, changed it to a thumbs up real quick. I was like, oh, do I need to apologize? Is Cleo gonna think I'm really passive aggressive? Like, yeah, sure, I'll go.
I find thumbs up really passive aggressive, but I know that you don't, so I know you don't mean
No,
anything by
no, I
it.
didn't. Yeah, for me, it's just a way to say I agree with you without pinging your phone again, right?
Yeah.
Because if you go back and look at it, you see like, okay, Joe read this and acknowledged it, but
Yeah.
there was nothing else to add. But yeah, I was like, oh, if Cleo was
That's
watching,
fine. I know that's how you use it, but
yeah, yeah, I was like, if Cleo was watching and saw the thumbs down, and then 30 seconds later it changed to a thumbs up, I'm like, oh man, and I was like, I'm not gonna. I'm too focused. I really need to get into the store and get what I'm trying to buy right now because it was like the day before Christmas or something. No, it was the day before
yeah.
Christmas Eve or something, and so it was like
So
everything was nuts.
yeah. I know. I think I know when you're talking about, but it's just a case of, like I say, I find thumbs up passive aggressive with most people,
Mm-hmm.
but with you it's just the way of you doing business kind of
Yeah.
thing. So I'm kind of used to it. I don't know why I find it passive aggressive. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
If I ever use it, then I'm being passive.
okay. Oh, okay. Big thumbs up there. Got it. Uh-oh. That was my knife cover. Trying to get all these eraser bits and what do you call it? Construction paper bits off the desk here.
hmm
But I now have a title card thing ready that I could make, an infinite number of episodes.
I just finished my
titles
thread.
Yay.
Yay! I don't have scissors to go with the thread, so got a knife.
Okay.
I swear, craft knives are the best. I mean, I tend not to use it because I don't like being passive aggressive. So
Because you're not
it's how
trying
it
to be
goes.
passive aggressive.
No,
No.
I tend to avoid doing it unless
Yeah, I try to be manic aggressive.
Yeah, so I did today's work was a whole bunch of little fluffy little crosses just in brown
Mm-hmm.
is what I got done today. And then
Well,
it's actually kind of therapeutic, not gonna lie.
yeah, honestly, like just cutting out these little letters was it was manually challenging, like in terms of like dexterity and stuff.
hmm
But it wasn't really artistically challenging. But I feel like it's setting me up to do more stuff later. Just getting used to cutting the construction paper because it's got a different
Yeah,
feel to it than the other paper. And I am
yeah.
happy, really. Like I did not expect this Jevon card to turn out this well, and I don't understand why I didn't expect it to turn out this well. Like, why wouldn't I have confidence in myself? That's so silly.
I mean, it's so silly that you don't have confidence in yourself, but yeah.
Yeah.
I said knife in such knife. It's that little child that the parent goes, "What's in your hand?" He goes, "A knife," and then he runs away, and the parent goes,
Oh no.
"Oh, thank you, Peach Goblin." So yeah, so I always say knife like that. It's got a knife.
Knife.
Um, but yes. So for those of you who are not sure what I've been doing, I sorted out my uh collection from my mum, and then I think this is going to be my project for a good few streams.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting this done because I want it done, and I want it done for me because it's been 6 months now. I'm a grown up. I can deal with it. I can finish this.
Yes,
You
you can.
I can. I might do a bit off camera, but I think I'm kind of done for now.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, that was probably a good time for me to take a break too. Because
mm,
I probably should go
you
have
got
lunch and
and you've got people coming over.
yeah. Well, like I said, it's either today or tomorrow. These like while people are visiting for New Year's, like usually a bunch of my friends all kind of come back to Nashville for the New Year.
Hmm.
But like the plans are always like super loose, so it's
Yeah,
like
no,
either
I
they'll
get it.
come here or we'll go somewhere or something will happen. I don't know. But either way, I do need to eat lunch first. So
You arguably do. Okay. Well, I will say goodbye to you, and then I'll go
alrighty.
find someone to raid. I'm sure there's a hermit or someone I know
Yep.
somewhere.
I'll go check on that myself. So Cleo, it was fantastic hanging out with you,
Had a
and
really good day today. I'll see you
alrighty.
later, Joe.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So let's see. We could raid Zombie Cleo, but that doesn't really seem like a super productive thing to do. It does look like it is Ms. Rowe's birthday over on Music Man's channel. Why don't we go ahead and raid Music Man? Do 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 do. Music Man likes playing. So Ms. Rowe, I believe, is his sister, and they play Minecraft together. Music Man is a fantastic artist, musically speaking. He's a full-time self-employed musician who streams Minecraft on the side. One of my favorite streamers, and I've had him on my show before to hang out for do live music for build contests. Very, very cool person to work with. So when you get over there, say howdy, y'all. Joe Hills right here. And until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee.